Girl, gon' ahead, get down.
You're listening to The Locker Room on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
Yes, you're in the locker room on a Saturday. Getting ready, baby. We're getting down to the Final Four. Can you feel it? It's the NFL. And we're going to talk about that today. Some prop bets, Eagles and 49ers, Chiefs and Bengals. What is the question that everybody asks us all week? Is Mahomes' leg okay? How many times have you heard that? Can he play? We'll talk about that and so much more. A lot going on in the NBA, full board. College hoops. It's like 140 games. FAU's playing again today. Can they keep that streak going? We got the Pegasus. That's right. We got a report coming from the track at 1 o'clock from Mike, our good buddy, who is a handicapper and who is at the scene. We'll get that live. We got Teddy Covers calling us at 12:35. He'll be calling us from Sin City, giving us some games, talk about some props that we have. We'll look at different things and see what Teddy says. Maybe he'll give us a winner in one of the two games tomorrow in the NFL and AFC, championship. It is the locker room. You can get involved, 877-927-6969. That is the number to call. You can also email Jimmy at realradio921.com. I am the Greek. And, of course, we can't do the locker room without this man. Good morning, Jimmy.
Hello and good morning. Where's that Joe guy? I don't see Joe here.
I bought him a watch, but it hasn't come in, I guess.
Son of a bitch.
I bought him a watch. But Joe's so nice. I mean, even when he's going to be late, he calls you. He's like, hey, I'm going to be late. And, you know.
He didn't call me.
Tell him that.
No, I'm kidding.
Because I have to open the door for him.
Mm-hmm.
So I go outside, which you know, the ritual, big thing Greek does. I open the door for him. So he called me, and I thought he was in a party.
There's nobody else here to do it.
It's one of the only things I can do. That and make coffee at my house. So I was looking around. I thought he was going to tell me he's here. But he's on his way momentarily. There was some traffic on 95. And
there's a surprise, huh?
Yeah, there is a surprise. I woke up this morning. I thought I was having problems with my one tire again, but I think I am because it's the third time this week I put air in it. So,
you got a leak.
Yeah, I definitely did.
Another nail.
Leak in my head, leak in my tire. How the hell are you?
You can only plug something so much.
Speaking of plugging, you should have seen me out last night.
Oh, yeah? What was his name? Ding. Ding. We're only on the air. Let's worry about our phones.
I thought it was Joe.
Joe! Joe, you here, buddy?
Yeah, I thought he was here. He wasn't here. Got the NFL NFC, AFC championship tomorrow, 3:30 to 6. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody wants to know, is Mahomes' leg okay? You're going to hear all different reports. And really, the only thing you're going to know is when he goes out and plays and how he plays.
Yep.
I mean, you're not going to know all the reports you hear, everything you read, all the time you wasted in your life this week, if you're a sports fan, on this game. It means absolutely jack or Jill. It means nothing because we're not going to know. There's one person who knows, Mahomes, and probably Andy Reid.
I was going to say, even that could be up to what the coaching staff wants to do, right?
Yeah. I mean, he's talked about it. He said he's fine. They show. I mean, I've seen that video a million times. Oh, I got to tell you, the memes this week that I've seen with the 49ers as and the quarterback of the 49ers as Rocky. Oh, my God.
Really?
Oh, I got to show
I haven't seen that.
It's so hilarious.
I'm surprised.
He's running up the steps.
Oh, okay. All right.
And then all the 49ers are dancing. It's hilarious. I mean, hats off to the people who put these together. They are so funny.
Well, of course, the Philadelphia reference, right?
Yeah,
I'm assuming that's what that's all about.
Oh, yeah. Rocky, Philadelphia running on the steps and everything like that. But they're going to be great games tomorrow. We're excited. We got the Pegasus today. That's at 5:40 on NBC. And we are getting a call from our buddy Mike, who's at the race. Oh, you can't get any better than that. And he's also going to have a couple horses that he's looking at. He's a good handicapper. There's only a couple long shots. I've seen about 4.
Mike.
Love it. 3, 8, 9, and the 11 are the long shots. The 8 is get her number. I think that's a good, because how many times have you said that in your life?
Too many.
Get her number.
Get her number.
Get her number. So we'll see what happens with the Pegasus. Teddy's going to call us. Got an NBA college basketball full slate. I think there's 120 games today.
Oh, perfect.
Great.
Let's handicap everyone.
You can lose your ass.
This is awesome.
I mean, forget
We'll be
about
down
it.
$2,000 by noon.
By noon. And again, FAU's playing today. The Owls. Hoot, hoot.
Oh, you got to bet them.
Yeah,
you have to.
Yeah, it's just they're high.
Ride the trend.
I know. They're 15.5, I think.
But then again, they always say, and one of the handicapping things out there, like, don't get on it now, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you haven't been on it, don't get on the train. But if you have been, ride it. Ride it till it
the wheels
loses.
fall.
Yep.
So we'll see what happens with FAU. We'll talk about that game. Obviously, college basketball, tons of games. NBA full slate. Oklahoma City again and Orlando both covered last night. Heat did win, but didn't cover. 110-105, I believe, laying 8. Something that Teddy and those guys liked. And Oklahoma City in the NBA, they covered again yesterday. We'll talk about some prop bets. There's a ton of prop bets. We'll look at a couple individual players, over-unders on different things. They did say it is supposed to be very cold tomorrow. We heard that from Rob Vino from Wager Talk. He said 10 degrees. So
in Philly or Kansas City or both? 'Cause, I mean, it could very well be that temperature in both cities.
Kansas City.
Kansas City, okay.
Yeah, he said he heard 10 degrees in Kansas City, which is very cold. So we'll see what happens with that game. And again, that's the second game. Now, when you're betting these games on a Sunday and you got the first one, there's so much pressure to get that first game right. Because if you lose,
get anything right.
Yeah,
right. You know, whether it's a side, whether it's a total, the coin flip, something. Get something right on the first game, right? So you can have a little momentum going into the evening game.
Well, the biggest thing is that you're not down, like I said, because then what happens is you chase, and then there's no other game.
Yeah.
So if you just bet football, this is it tomorrow.
So what does that mean? Most guys, right? If you have to chase, you chase more than what you should.
Yep.
And you can really lose your ass.
Mm-hmm. You're right, 100%. You lose the first game, you're screwed. Because then you're like, all right, I got to do it. Now, if you win, like you said, you got a little cushion. Because then what most guys do is they don't want to even get even. They want to win a little. You know what I mean? Because it's the end of the week. There's no 8 o'clock game tomorrow night.
Yeah, betting 101. I mean, you said it a lot of times. When people chase, they always bet more when they're chasing. And actually, you should bet more once you're winning.
Yeah. No, that's the rule of everything. People always do it. A gambler who is down will bet more than a gambler who's up. And that's called scared money, which people have.
Yeah.
And they get nervous. And you walk away, and sometimes you just say, okay, I got to do this. But like I said, first game is really important when you got the Eagles and 49, and that game is so close. Every time I go one side, I go the other.
You can convince yourself on all 4 teams have a legitimate way that you could show that they would win, right? I mean, you could give an argument for all 4 teams, really.
I can't for Mahomes.
With the exception of Mahomes and his
Chiefs.
injury.
Yeah.
But even with his injury, it's still Patrick Mahomes, and he's still a very accurate quarterback, and he still has Kelsey. He's still got a great receiving squad. I mean, it doesn't mean that he can't pocket
No, he's got great
pocket
backs.
pass.
He's got Pacheco. He's got McKinney. But if the Chiefs lose and he doesn't play well or it's limited, and you bet the Chiefs, you look at it the next day and go, what was I thinking?
Well, yeah.
That's the only thing I'm saying. The other 3, you're 100% right.
And especially if he's hobbling around and it doesn't, and they don't pull him out and they don't give Henny a chance.
Yeah.
If he's not playing up to par, obviously that all matters. But I mean, again, that could happen any game.
Sure.
You could Monday morning quarterback yourself to death on any game.
Yeah, the difference with this game is that it's there.
Yeah.
So if you didn't know it was there and then you just go in, you say somebody gets hurt, like last game, you go, well, he got hurt. What are you going to do? You know he's hurt. If he doesn't play well or he's limited, and that's the whole thing. I think he's going to start, but we're not going to know. Like if you watch highlights of Mahomes, anybody, he's always moving in, out, sideways, keeping it going, running to the line, pitching.
Yeah.
He can't do all that. And if he can, it's amazing.
I'd be surprised.
Yeah.
I would be surprised too, yeah.
It is the Locker Room on a Saturday on 92.1 Real Radio. We'll be back in a few minutes, talk some more NFL, get this kicked off. Don't forget, we got Teddy calling for Las Vegas, and we'll let Joe in the building. How's that? We'll be back in a few minutes. Peace.
The bad news, the brain isn't all that great at hearing stuff and remembering it. The good news, you can watch us too. Like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Real Radio 92.1.
From the Gordon Partners Weather Center, have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm CBS 12 meteorologist Jennifer Collins. A cloudy and breezy day with temperatures in the low to middle 70s this afternoon and an east wind between 10 and 15 miles per hour. Mild again tonight with decreasing clouds into tomorrow morning as overnight lows return to the 60s. A bit more sun for the end of the weekend with highs in the upper 70s on Sunday.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Save on appliances and more at the Truckload event at Lowe's. Get an additional 10% off all in-store clearance appliances and take home what you buy same day. Shop the Truckload event today. Exclusions apply while supplies last. Selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for details. Valid 1/5 to 2/8.
What Would Greek Do is brought to you by Monroe's of Palm Beach.
Is it getting harder to find new customers? After all, it's one thing to run a business and another to grow it. But what if you had access to everyone listening to me right now? Access to all the customers in your area. As the #1 audio company in America, iHeartMedia gives you access to all the customers you need to grow at a fraction of the cost of digital, video, and social advertising. Get started today. From your cell, dial pound 250 and say keyword great results. That's pound 250 and say great results.
I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I've told you about how your nose is the body's air filter, that Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Tara, quote, "My doctor wanted me to do saline rinses for my allergies, but I've never been able to successfully use a neti pot. Navage uses suction power, so it's foolproof. There are nights when I'll have particularly bothersome allergies. I'll bust it out, and the results are immediate. It's such a relief. It's become a lifesaver." Unquote. She's one of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, Navage, clean nose, healthy life.
Well, hello there. I am the Guitar Hotel. I have over 3,000 of the newest slot machines and nearly 200 table games with real cards and real dealers. Come experience my incredible lineup of restaurants, bars, and of course, Hard Rock Live. Or spend a day soaking up the sun in my 18 acres of poolside paradise. I can't wait to meet you. Visit hardrockholly.com to find out more.
If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Every small business owner knows business happens everywhere. The office, the warehouse, or on the road. And no matter where it takes you, there's one solution to help your business thrive. Comcast Business Complete Connectivity. It's the largest, fastest, reliable network with advanced gig speed Wi-Fi and cyber threat protection in one solution. Plus, add Comcast Business Mobile and you can save up to 60% a year on your wireless bill. Get started for just $40 a month for 12 months with no annual contract when you add mobile. And ask how to get up to a $750 prepaid card.
Flight 291 is now boarded.
Yep, you're going places. And when you get there, be ready to do business. The complete connectivity solution from the company that powers more small businesses than any other provider. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 2/21/2023. Restrictions apply. Requires EcoBill and AutoPay. New 100 megabits per second internet and Comcast Business Security Edge customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. After 12 months, regular rates apply. Gig internet required for gig Wi-Fi. Mobile savings compares pricing of top 3 carriers.
I'll second guest dinners with friends because they can be interrupted by diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or oily stools. It turns out I have EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, which means I'm missing the enzymes needed to digest food. My doctor prescribed Creon, pancrelipase, an oral prescription medication that replaces pancreatic digestive enzymes. Creon treats EPI due to cystic fibrosis, chronic pancreatitis, pancreatectomy, or other conditions.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you're allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon.
Creon is the #1 prescribed EPI treatment. Ask your doctor about Creon for EPI and visit creoninfo.com or call 800-633-9110 to learn more. That's CREONinfo.com.
I've been asked 1,000 times, did you plan on becoming the largest injury law firm in the world? And the answer is no. When I started, there were just 2 of us. Today, Morgan & Morgan has almost 800 lawyers alone. No injury firm in the country has anywhere close to that. We set out to be focused on our clients and to have a commitment to trying cases and winning. And when you have those results at trial, you're able to settle most of your cases quickly and fairly. Reputation matters. We grew like this because we worked hard and so many former clients referred family and friends. And what I believe is the main reason is we delivered for our clients a lot. Hard work and client satisfaction was our plan. It worked. Hope is not a plan. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Good Greek moving and storage. Your superhero movers.
And now for today's Roblox winter weather alert. iHeartland on Roblox has been walloped by a winter snowstorm. It is a winter wonderland. You can now ice skate at State Farm Park. In State Farm Neighborhood, you can compete in snowball fights.
Listening to Real Radio 92.1, and we are an iHeart radio station. You're listening to The Locker Room. Now back to The Locker Room on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
How are you today? It's the Greek, baby, on Real Radio. Good morning, everybody. I hope you're having a great Saturday. A little rainy, but who cares? There's sunlight out there. Find a brunette. It'll be sunny. A lot we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the NFL. You guys can get involved. And let me say, first of all, good morning to Mr. Jimmy.
Hello and good morning.
Now, there's a song from a group. I don't know if I don't know the group. Maybe it was Yes. It used to be called Time. They used to say time, time, time. And good morning to Mr. Joe.
Good morning.
Who's late again?
Yes.
You're late, bitch.
Yes,
Yeah.
I was absolutely late. I'm the worst. I set a low bar for a reason, and if you guys are surprised at this point, it's kind of on you. So
Wait, he's got something.
That's it right there. It's a live version of it, but
there it is.
Yeah.
Time.
I told you, man.
Oh, this is it. Yeah, this is it. This is it. This is what we play for people who are late.
Are you kidding me? I'll be late all the time. This song's awesome.
This is what we have in the bank all the time.
This is your punishment?
Hey, we don't have much. You know what I'm saying? But you got to be on time.
Yeah, I know. I'm waiting for that watch, bro.
The reason with the kid is nice, and it's sentimental.
First of all,
but it works only once.
Announcement: Rosie scored her first goal today. Jimmy, that's right.
Nice.
That's right. I'm excited about it.
Did you have the over?
Fired up. Yeah. They won. They're 2-0. She's a little dynamo. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, you tell her that there's money on the line.
I'm always screaming at her. Like, pay attention.
You got to cover. It ain't just a win. You got to cover.
What number is she?
18.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, little Manning.
Yep, little Peyton.
Oh, maybe we should bet the 8 in the Pegasus.
There it is. The 1 and the 8. The 1 and the 8.
They love that.
That's it.
Absolutely love that.
Every race.
Handicap in 101. We'll bet the 1 and the 8 at the Pegasus. Joe is here. Good morning, Joe.
Good morning, boys.
Joseph.
Good to be here.
Always a pleasure.
Miss you guys all the time. Yeah, it's always a pleasure to see you, Jimmy. I don't say it enough.
Yeah, no, it's great to see you, and don't be late again. 877-927. 877-927-6969. I had dinner last night with a young lady, and I said to her 7:30.
Mm-hmm.
And you know me. I was there 7:30.
You were there at 7:29, bro.
I was there.
You're ready to go.
I mean, be on time.
That's late for you.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to act too, you know what I mean? Like, too, like,
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. You couldn't have worded it any better.
No, it was pretty.
Now I completely understand.
Pretty spot on.
I want to, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
No. Actually, I don't.
You got to be on time. I mean, and Woody Allen said 90% is showing up on time. You're there. You tell somebody 7:30, 8 o'clock. You go out. You get ready. Show starts at 11. You get here at 11.
Yeah.
I didn't see Jimmy being late. I don't see Greek being late. I mean, come on. You get 2 strikes.
Well, yeah, but you guys are like the main deals. I'm just a little side piece, you know? That's
Hey,
all right.
I know
That side piece is the most important piece.
That's right. I know many side pieces
Damn right.
who haven't paid rent for years or car payments and had more diamonds than me. Side piece is a good thing to be, my friend.
I wasn't complaining.
I'm just saying, you're more than a side piece because, you know, we're as strong as our weakest link. So if you're late, my son,
We're
then
all late.
We're all late. You know what I mean? So the one word you don't want to hear from your girlfriend or wife if you don't want that.
I'm late. You ain't want to hear those words.
And then you got to always ask with that Greek face.
Is it mine?
Just asking. I mean, don't get mad.
Just making sure.
Just, you know, I mean, things happen.
Do you know who the father is?
Yeah.
Just asking. That's
Because
always
my response is quite dependent on this.
Yeah.
Actually, I got that back thrown at me one time. The girl I was hanging out with, she's like, well, it's either you or this other guy. I was like, okay, we've narrowed down.
Yeah, how about that, huh? Who'd have thought? Didn't see that coming.
Yeah, that's what I said. I didn't see that coming. I was like, wow, 2's not bad. I mean, it could be bad. Imagine if somebody said, well, there's Joe in accounting, and then there's Pete at Publix, and then...
Cast a wide net.
Yeah, that's right. And then there's the guy at Neiman Marcus. So we are going to talk about these games in depth today. 2 championship games. There's only 3 games left, people. Are you jonesing? You got to be. You got to be. And like tomorrow, you got to watch both games because this is it. Then you got the Super Bowl 2 weeks from now. Again, the lines haven't really changed. The 49er line and Eagle line has been the same all week, 2.5. The Chief line changed a lot during the week. Started with Chiefs favorite. Then it went to the Bengals. Now the Chiefs are favorite again.
Yeah.
Which I don't understand. But they are favorite. And again, going to be very unique games, both of them. Bengals have won the last 3 in a row against the Chiefs. That's going against them. A lot of experts say if Burrow wins again, he owns Mahomes. I mean, I don't know if you want to put that factor in it, but people are talking about it. Eagles, again, you got 2 quarterbacks starting the NFC Championship game that both people didn't even think they were going to be there, which is amazing. Especially a 49er kid. But Hurts, they were like, that's a stretch. He shouldn't have been picked. He doesn't have enough, and he's one of the NFC's, NFL's finalists for MVP.
Yeah, deservedly so. He had a phenomenal year.
Who do you think gets it, him or Mahomes?
I would say Mahomes just because he played the more complete season. Like Jalen Hurts missed the last few games, and they went 0-2 without him and stuff like that. And like he didn't finish the season on a high note.
Mm-hmm.
And Mahomes wasn't phenomenal at the end of the year, but he was pretty damn good, and he kept it going all year. He did everything without Tyreek, but it's like the whole Michael Jordan thing. Like him and LeBron should have got MVP every single year, but the media gets sick of it and they start looking for other reasons. So if it's not going to be Mahomes, it would have to be Hurts.
Burrow's one of the finalists.
Yeah, I love Burrow.
Yeah.
I love Burrow.
Jeffries.
Yeah.
But Burrow had a bad September.
Yes.
He did. Had a very bad September when he was injured. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, that opening game, he threw 5 picks, right?
Yeah.
Pittsburgh.
I mean, everybody doesn't talk about this, but I mean, it is true. You got to realize this. They almost didn't beat the Ravens.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's totally forgot about that game. What happened, how Cincinnati ended up winning on a fumble of 95 yards by a white guy, which is rare, and going the other distance. So nobody's talking about that, but I think both games are going to be excellent. They are definitely toss-ups, I think, on both ways. And like I said with Mahomes, it's so tough to bet him. I want the Chiefs to win, but it's so hard because you don't know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
And if he's hurt and he gets hurt or he shows up with, second quarter or third, I mean, Jimmy and I have talked about it all week on the Greek Zone, you're going to look at yourself and say, I knew it.
Yeah.
Like, how did I think this guy could play?
Yes. And, everybody's getting caught up with, the clips of him at practice, hopping around and stuff like that. That is so different than running for your life from these giant defensive linemen, from throwing off your back foot and being able to put all the RPMs that he gets on there exactly. Mahomes is a guy that needs his feet.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't in the sense that his arm can pretty much put the ball anywhere, but for him to be special and for him to do all the ridiculous things that are on the SportsCenter top 10 every night, that's because of his legs.
Mm-hmm.
His legs offer him a lot of get out of jail free stuff. Yep. I mean, you name it. Like, it's a very important aspect of his game. If it were Joe Burrow, not so much, because Burrow, look, he's a really good athlete and he moves around the pocket really, really well. But, he doesn't do the off-platform sidearm, moving to his left, moving to his right. I mean, that's such a staple of Mahomes' game. So
keeps plays alive.
Yeah. It's and that's the thing. It's a high ankle sprain. I don't care how much it's wrapped up and how quickly he heals. That's a 3 to 4 week injury. Mm-hmm. That's a bad injury.
Yeah.
So
he's going to be hurt.
Yeah.
Now it's a matter of whether they shoot him up enough, whether they, tape it up enough that he can have any mobility.
Yes, and I don't think there's any chance that he's not going to be a good player on the field.
Right.
He's never going to be a bad football player. And Andy Reid's going to be able to put together a scheme that they're going to be able to put up yards. They're going to be able to put up yards and put up points. But is he going to be the special Mahomes that is almost indefensible when his game is on?
I think they're going to try to come out quick. We'll talk about it more because you never know how that ankle is going to be in the second half, and it's going to be freezing cold.
Yep.
It is the locker room on a Saturday. Got Teddy covers 12:35. Got Mike from the Pegasus at the track calling us for some update on the race and so much more on a Saturday. It is the locker room with Joe, Jimmy, and that other guy. Peace.
We'll be your friend. Follow us at Real Radio 92.1 on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
This is Mike Golick Jr. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network, presented by DraftKings.
The Miami Hurricanes men's basketball team will try to begin a new winning streak as they take on Pitt in a battle of teams in the top 5 of ACC play. Taking part in the SEC Big 12 Challenge, Florida men's basketball has a chance for an upset when they tip off against Kansas State. And ahead of Sunday's NFC title game against the Philadelphia Eagles, the 49ers have taken running back Christian McCaffrey off of their injury list. He practiced fully after dealing with a calf injury. I'm JD Haffren.
Hey everyone, it's Mike Golick Jr. introducing my new podcast, Gojo, tackling sports, pop culture, and whatever else you can think of. Download and listen to the newest episode from my show, Gojo, the podcast with DraftKings, releasing daily, Monday through Friday, wherever you get your podcasts.
I'll second guest dinners with friends because they can be interrupted by diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or oily stools. It turns out I have EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, which means I'm missing the enzymes needed to digest food. My doctor prescribed Creon, pancrelipase, an oral prescription medication that replaces pancreatic digestive enzymes. Creon treats EPI due to cystic fibrosis, chronic pancreatitis, pancreatectomy, or other conditions.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you're allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon.
Creon is the #1 prescribed EPI treatment. Ask your doctor about Creon for EPI and visit creoninfo.com or call 800-633-9110 to learn more. That's CREONinfo.com.
We buy any car. We buy any car. We buy any car. Any.
Trading in or selling your car, truck, or SUV? WeBuyAnyCar.com takes the hassle out of selling in 3 easy steps. 1. Get a free online valuation. 2. Drive to your local car buying center. And 3. Walk out with a check in about an hour. So don't wait. Get your free online valuation now at WeBuyAnyCar.com.
Find out how much your car's worth at WeBuyAnyCar.com.
Start the new year off right at Gulfstream Park Casino. Join us on Fridays and Saturdays for a chance to win over $30,000 in free play at the Thoroughbred Thrills game. On January 28th, race on in for the $35,000 Pegasus Cup giveaway to win a share of $20,000 in free play and a grand prize, $15,000 in cash. Earn entries all month long. You're sure to find thrills at Gulfstream Park Casino.
Science proves quality sleep is vital to your mental, emotional, and physical health. The Sleep Number 360 smart bed senses your movements and automatically adjusts to help keep you both effortlessly comfortable. And it's temperature balancing, so you stay cool. So you're at your best for yourself and those you care about most. Life-changing sleep, only from Sleep Number. And now save $1,000 on the Sleep Number 360 Special Edition smart bed Queen, only $19.99, plus special financing, only for a limited time. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com. Special financing subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. See store for details.
I'm Ellie Anajar of Anajar & Levine. Injured in a car crash? Never rush to settle
battle with insurance companies, and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anajar and Levine. Our experienced legal team will fight to win you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call me, Ellie Anajar, for a free consultation and take back control of your life. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In office, West Palm Beach. Legendary Kiss frontman Paul Stanley in person next weekend at 2 Wentworth Gallery locations. Friday, February 3rd from 7 to 9 p.m. at the Hollywood Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. And Saturday, February 4th from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Boca Town Center Mall. Paul's museum exhibited paintings, sculptures, and hand-painted guitars are now on display and available for acquisition at Wentworth Gallery. Inquire about having dinner with Paul after the show to make it a night you won't forget. Legendary Kiss frontman Paul Stanley in person next weekend at 2 Wentworth Gallery locations.
What's for dinner? Burgers?
After last week, no thanks.
Avoiding foods due to fear of diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools? It may not be just stomach issues. It could be EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency. EPI can cause uncomfortable symptoms because it's a condition where the pancreas doesn't release enough digestive enzymes to break down food. But EPI can be managed. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor about your symptoms. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Hi, this is Joe Cordell with the law firm Cordell & Cordell. Divorce can be complicated, especially if children are involved. If you're a father and want to protect your role in your children's lives, remember Cordell & Cordell. We've helped men with matters like these for 30 years, and we'd love to help you.
Contact Cordell & Cordell to schedule an appointment with one of our firm's Miami area attorneys. Offices in Miami-Dade County and Fort Lauderdale. Se habla español. Legal services available in English and Spanish. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only. Online at CordellCordell.com.
Example 2022 Corolla LE, 36-month lease, 12K miles per year, 10,000 to its signing, includes new tag and first payment, no security deposit required, plus tax on approved credit.
It's a massive 2022 sell-off at Toyota of Hollywood. Truckloads of 2023 Toyotas are arriving daily. So now we're selling all remaining Toyotas at our absolute lowest prices, like a pre-owned 2021 Camry SE, not $32,000, $23,775. A pre-owned 2021 Corolla LE, not $24,000, $16,775. Or lease a new 2022 Toyota from just $149 a month. $149 a month. Or buy with zero down. It's a massive 2022 sell-off at Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
Prices exclude tax, tag, registration, and title. Offers include $8.99 dealer fee. Ends 1/15/23.
Good Greek moving and storage. Your superhero movers.
Of course. For all your
We are an listening to The Locker Room.
This is perfect.
Now back to The Locker Room on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
You're back in the locker room on a Saturday, baby. Championship weekend. You better get up and get ready. Get involved and have a pick. Want it all today for you guys. It is the Greek. Good afternoon, Jimmy.
Hello and a good morning.
Good morning, Joseph.
Good afternoon, boys.
And 877-927-6969. Give me a Sicilian pizza. Who do we got on hold?
We have Pepe on the line. Pepe, welcome to the locker room.
Hey, Pepe.
Good morning, guys. Good morning.
How are you, Pepe?
A couple things. I'm all right.
Good.
Hope you guys are well.
Yes.
I saw an interview. They had some interview with players, and they were talking about the Super Bowl and stuff, and they were talking about the home crowds in the games. And to a man, the ones that they interviewed said that the Super Bowl crowds are not nearly, and I've been to one, I think you guys have been, and I found that to be true, not nearly as, how would you say, into the game like they are at the playoffs or in regular season games, and it's because there's two different teams and there's no home crowd.
No.
But they said the game just is not as exciting as the previous games. And they said that it wasn't just one guy. They said that they asked a couple of players, and that was their comment. I want to know what you guys thought about that.
I've been at 10, and you're very corporate. That's what you're going to get, especially at a lower level. Each team in the NFL gets allocated tickets, and then each team that gets there gets allocated tickets more. So, you are not getting home-based crowds, and you're not going to get the kind of response and the, people getting behind the teams. I've seen the crowd still get jacked up, and the gambling aspect I always thought plays a big role where people are up and down. But is it going to be like Green Bay or Arrowhead? No, it's not like that at all.
No.
And also, sometimes the climate has something to do with it. It's usually in warm weathers. But no, it's not the same. Not the same intensity, no.
Yeah, you got to think about it. Like, that crowd is a melting pot. Whereas if you're at an AFC or an NFC championship game, it's a home game.
Mm-hmm.
You got a home crowd. And you've got, I would say at least, and that's if the away team has a really good travel section, but you're looking at least 80 to 85% of that stadium pulling in the same direction.
Yeah.
That's always going to be a bigger impact and, everything like that on the game. I mean, the Super Bowl, obviously, like, both teams are going to have the majority of their fans there, but so many people are just right down the middle, just wanting to experience the Super Bowl.
Yeah, there are
what
a
I
lot
mean?
of corporate people, too.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. You have a lot of that in the crowd. You got a lot of family, friends, more so than your hometown cooking. Plus, you're on a neutral site. So, with the exception of the one time now that we finally had one where it was at Buck Stadium there with Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
It's the first time a home team ever had the game there.
And also, each player, you have to remember, during the regular season, maybe they get allocated 10 tickets or 6 or whatever they get, and they could buy more. But in the Super Bowl, you hear stories of guys having to buy 70, 80 tickets.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot of family and friends that go, too.
Well, here's why I brought it up. They're talking about, they're going to vote on it. The owners are going to vote on it.
Oh,
they want to have the NFC and the AFC championship game played at a neutral site.
Yeah.
And I'm saying to myself, and they're doing it only for money.
Yeah,
of course. That's it.
The only is for money, and that would be
terrible.
That would take away. That's not right.
No.
Yeah.
I agree 100%. That came out of the Buffalo situation.
Yeah, that's a shame that generated that type of conversation.
Yeah, like the NFL
happen.
needs more money.
Yeah. I mean, it's like the Kardashians needing another NBA player to date. There's no way. I mean, but they might do it because it does come down to money, and they'll go with the highest bidder.
Well, and they can always do the argument, too, that like a neutral site can be, it won't be as affected by weather. Like going into Arrowhead or Green Bay in, late January is brutal.
Yeah, but that's part of the game. Like
I agree. I agree. I'm just saying they can make that argument.
They can do whatever they want. There's the NFL, and if the owners vote on it, they'll do it.
But it flatly comes down to money.
Of course.
Soothe my soul, since I'm an old man. I'm going to be turning 70 here in 2 months. That being said, I've talked to you enough, and I'm old school, and it's hard for me to listen to sports talk and all this. You hear nothing, hardly anything about the 60s, the 70s,
No.
the 80s,
No.
even into the 90s.
No.
Everything started, and it's like, I say to myself, why? What about everything that happened before?
Because the majority of the audience, Pepe, is in the now. They're looking for the young audience in the 20s and 30s. And they're not remembering people in the 60s or 70s. Not only do you see that with fans, there's a lot of ball players that they have different sports, and you always hear somebody say, I didn't even know who he was, or I didn't even know who Joe Montana was, or names that you'd be like, what are you talking about? And it's not relevant to them.
It's not. It's human evolution and the evolution of the game. The game in the 60s versus the game now is night and day. It doesn't even look the same half the time.
I was with a couple guys a month ago. They didn't know who Terry Bradshaw was. They didn't know he played football.
Yeah.
He was doing the game.
He's just an announcer or a commentator guy.
Yeah, I mean, he's in his
on
70s.
Fox.
He's not in the best of shape now. And you look at him, and I said to the kid, I go, he won 4 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
He goes, that guy?
He's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah. I said, that's Terry Bradshaw. He didn't even know.
The game isn't the same compared to the 90s.
Yeah,
even,
honestly.
really. I mean, with the way that's now so protecting of the quarterback and is such a points generating type of a atmosphere that they want now. It's not even the same then.
Yeah, well, it's
compared
just
to then.
Everything's so much more wide open now. There's so much more speed on the field. I mean, you go back to the '90s. If you have a strong defense and a good running back, you're a playoff team and you're in business every year.
Yeah,
that was the game. You need your quarterback to minimize mistakes and hopefully stretch the defense so they can't load 8 into the box.
But he's talking more about people not being familiar with the players.
Oh, I got
well, that too. Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
But the game has changed. I mean, that was also part of the conversation.
Oh, the game's definitely changed, but they don't know these kids.
Let me bring this up, too. Here's another thing, and there's a lot of them on TV that do this, the sports announcers. Everything is offense. Everything is offense. Everything is offense. That's all they talk about, offense, offense, offense. I understand that's what puts people in the seats. But let me say this. Look at the playoff scores. Go down through history. When you get to the final games, when you get to the like we are in the last weekend, I doubt seriously if there's going to be any high-scoring games this weekend or in the Super Bowl. Last week was a perfect example. There's 19-12. They talk about all this. They're talking about all the coaches need to be offensive coaches, and it comes down to who has the best defense is going to win the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, honestly, 9 times out of 10, you're right. Yeah.
That's what happens.
Well, and Pep, look at the 4 teams in there right now. Cincy's defense is fantastic. Kansas City's defense is probably the worst of the 4, but they're still pretty damn good. They have Defensive Player of the Year candidate Chris Jones on that line. He's incredible. He's one of the most underrated guys in the league. And then San Francisco, Philly. Philly set a record with sacks this year.
70?
They had 4 guys in double digits.
70.
Like, that's insane. And obviously, I think San Francisco's got the best defense in the league.
Great linebackers.
I mean, yeah. But he's absolutely right. All you hear is offense this, offense that, quarterback this, quarterback that. But the 4 teams that are left all have rock-star defenses. You don't go anywhere without that.
But offense sells.
Yep.
No, of course.
But Vegas is, I think Vegas is respecting that. I mean, when you're looking at Kansas City and Cincinnati, 2 teams that you think, offense and lots of points. I mean, that over-under at 48, I mean, that's only 24 aside.
Amen.
I mean, when these teams can easily score 30-plus each,
yep.
I mean, that's, it sounds like Vegas is respecting it and thinking along the same lines as Pepe.
Yeah.
I think the over-under is also because of Mahomes being hurt, and they're thinking the Chiefs are going to run the ball.
And the weather, too.
Sure.
Weather's going to be a little funky.
7 degrees.
Yeah.
But, Pepe, it is changed.
One other question, Greg. You got I should know. I listen to Penthouse a little bit each day, and I'm talking to you now. You have a nighttime show?
Oh, after the Penthouse, yes. We do it's on 12:30 The Gambler, and it's on Real Radio. After that, it's all gambling. It's all gambling. It's with Jimmy and myself, and we had a lot of handicappers from Vegas that call us every day.
So it's just strictly gambling.
Yeah, and we talk about the games, obviously, but yeah, strictly more of a gambling aspect.
Now that's on 12:30 a.m.
Yes,
12:30 a.m. after the Penthouse
at 3 o'clock, 3 to 5.
Yep.
Okay.
And then you could hear it at night.
Yeah, it's live from 3 to 5, and then we replay an hour of it here on Real Radio from 6 to 7 p.m.
Yeah, Monday to Friday.
That's where I'm getting confused. Okay, so the replay is at 6 to 7. Okay, okay. All right. Well, listen, guys. Listen, I know I've said this before, and I you guys are a highlight of my week. Seriously, one of my highlights. I don't have a lot these days. But that being said, your show is great. You guys do a great job.
We love you, bro.
You do a great job. You do a great job on all the shows you do. So just wanted to tell you that. Anyway, thanks for letting me talk.
Always, bro. Keep in
you,
touch.
Pep.
And you
Great
didn't tell
call,
us.
man.
Who do you like? Who's going to win?
I think Cincinnati's going to win the whole thing. I think Burrow is just on fire, man. That guy, that game, this last few games that I've seen him play, I don't know. The guy looks to me like he looks like a Brady Jr.
Yeah,
That's
I was
what
just
he
going to
looks
say young Tom Brady.
like. Brady.
Agreed.
He reminds me of Brady. A couple steps back, he whips the ball. He's right on the money. I don't know. I think they're going to take it.
A lot of people feel the same way. Pepe, don't be a stranger. Call us next week, and we'll talk more about it. Always welcome.
All right. Thanks, guys.
God bless.
Thank
Take
you,
care,
buddy.
pal. It is the locker room on a Saturday, the weekend of the championship. You got two big games, Eagles and 49ers, Chiefs and Bengals. The question that was asked the most in the United States this week is, how's Mahomes' leg? We'll find out tomorrow night, 6:30. Joe, I know you were looking into some prop bets for us.
Yeah, mostly just like some over-unders on yardage and stuff like that. One of the real popular ones is going to be like who scores first, who scores the first touchdown in each of the games, stuff like that. So I figure we could do, because we've been doing the games going by the spread since the start of the playoffs, but we can do some props and we can all kind of throw our opinions on
what do you got?
All right, so first touchdown, 49ers Eagles. Jimmy, the honors as the regular season champion.
Tell you what, I think it's going to be a run by Christian McCaffrey. First score, first TD.
So he likes 49ers.
Well, yeah, but it's a player though.
Player,
like
right?
what player is going to score the first?
Yeah, I'm gonna put that down. I think they're going to go down. They're going to drive, and it's either going to be him or I think it's going to be Brock Purdy with a sneak. But I'll go with McCaffrey.
All right, like that. G-Man, what you think?
Eagles, what they say, 13 times they've scored first. Mm-hmm. Another trend on the other side we talked about this week is the Bengals and Chiefs are both 11-0 when they score first.
Okay.
So something's got to give there.
Yeah.
But I think Philly, without a doubt, first touchdown. Again, they got to get out quick. They said they want to get out. They've been doing it all year.
Mm-hmm.
I think they can do it. I would take Philadelphia to score first touchdown.
What player?
You're really asking a lot now.
Yeah.
Yeah. What player? I'm either going to go Sanders or Jones. I'll go Jones. And what do you got over there?
I like Dallas Goedert touchdown for Philly.
All right. And those are all good odds if they hit any of them. 8-1, 10-1, 12-1. I'm sure they're great odds.
All right. How about we got Joe Burrow, over under 277.5 yards.
Hope he gets 8 yards. 277?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I can't bet the under on him. You just can't. You got to go over.
Yeah, give me the over as well.
You bet the under on him, you got to have big stones.
Yeah.
I mean, Cincinnati's got a good running game, but these guys could throw one ball and it goes 60, 70 yards. With Chase and the recent.
Yeah, exactly.
They
Those
got great
receivers.
Yeah,
and they do it often.
Yeah.
I mean,
you're right.
These guys air it out a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the whole thing, too. I think a lot of people are still, the game in Buffalo. What was everybody talking about last week? That Cincinnati offensive line. They're too banged up.
Yeah.
They won't be able to protect them. All that stuff.
Yeah.
They played a hell of a game.
Oh, they played a great game.
Sure
They
did.
dominated that game.
Couldn't tell me that line was hurting.
Right?
He only got sacked one time.
Yeah, and then you're looking at maybe their betting market isn't quite sold on that offensive line yet. Maybe they're not going to do that in Arrowhead, or maybe Arrowhead's going to attack it differently. Steve Spagnuolo's awesome.
You mean Burrowhead?
Yeah. Oh man,
boy.
love that. Love
You want to
that.
talk about stones?
Oh my God!
Wow, ignite the fire. That
Yeah.
could be the reason why they kicked their ass.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why he had to open his mouth, but he's the young cat. You mean Burrowhead? We always win there. I was like, woo.
But that's the thing though. Joe Burrow's never lost to Mahomes, man.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know that's got to stick in his side.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't even.
Yeah, without doubt.
Yeah.
What else you got?
All right, let's see here. We can do. Well, let's do the other game.
right,
The Bengals, Kansas City, first touchdown. Jimmy?
I'm going to go with what I said the other day. I'm going to go with Joe Burrow with a sneak. It's going to be a quarterback sneak. He's going to drive down. They're going to get the ball first. He's going to have a nice drive down, and he's going to do. They're going to get it to within first and goal type situation, and he's going to run it in.
All right, G-Man?
Pacheco for the Chiefs. Big. Big. I'm feeling it.
Mortgage the house.
And how I get this guy's name right is unbelievable.
Yeah, that literally.
I got my
don't
people.
even-
Friends have said that to me this week. He goes,
Yeah.
how'd you get Pacheco's name right? Did you date some girl named Pacheco?
Yeah, which, not for nothing, I've got you down for A.J. Brown for the Philly touchdown. There's no Jones on
Oh,
Philly.
yeah, I
know
meant
what
A.J.
you-
Brown.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Come on. I speak Greek.
Okay.
I got you.
You got me. You got
I
me.
got you.
You got me.
Let's
pick it up a little. You were late today.
I'm going.
Yeah, come on, Joe. What are you doing?
I'm going to go.
Slacking over there.
Hayden Hurst. Cincinnati.
You look like you're a little bit on
reception.
NyQuil, dude. You want me to slow it down?
Oh, wow.
Better watch it, bro.
You got the flu? What's going on?
I know you had the big day. I know you're getting text messages from Adidas, Converse, Nike about your daughter.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
They want to sponsor her.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
I know there's a lot going on.
We're trying to handle the fame early.
Keep
Screw
her
the
ego
fame,
in
get
check.
the money.
Get the money. That's right. Screw the fame. Fame or fortune? What do you want? You want the fortune. Screw the fame.
All day.
I know Kelsey's over under on his yards. I saw this morning. One of my buddies was in Vegas. He texted me. It was 78.
78.5.
That's high.
That's high. But I mean, you look at what he did last. What he had 14 catches last week.
Yeah, I'm going under.
Come on, Jacksonville. He caught it 14 times.
Yeah, I'm
you
going
didn't want to triple team him at that point.
I'm going under. Definitely under. Because the thing with Kelsey is he catches a lot of balls all the time, but there's games that he'll catch 6, 7 balls and
4 touchdowns and have 30 yards.
Yeah, he will.
You remember that was
yeah.
it was like a Monday nighter this year.
That was his MO. That one time he scored
Yeah.
4 or 3 touchdowns and he had 22 yards or something. So I think that they're gonna try to watch him. Obviously, he destroyed the Jaguars.
Yeah.
So obviously the Bengals are gonna put 2 guys on him, but I would take the under in that. But again, it's one of those things. I'm not betting that prop because all it takes is in the third quarter.
Just one giant play.
Yeah, I
Yes.
mean he could have 25 yards and he just rips one off for 45.
And if they're behind, they're passing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The other thing, too, I would say with Kelsey is one of the advantages of having a mobile quarterback is he's one of those guys that will hit his pattern might have been down and out, but he will scramble back and he'll get himself open while Mahomes is scrambling around and they'll hook up.
They're so oddly on the same page.
Yeah.
It's amazing to watch.
Yeah.
And you go to that Kansas City offense. The way Andy Reid schemes these guys open sometimes is just unbelievable. They get all the different motions and the moving parts and the hand fakes and misdirections. It's just it's awesome to watch. It really is. And Kelsey just knows how to get open. He knows how to find the soft spot in the zone.
He finds that opening, but that means Mahomes has to scramble. And if Mahomes isn't able to scramble and he's just throwing dinks and dunks to Kelsey, which, I mean, again, could be very effective, may keep the yardage down on him.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you this right now. The people that are, so many people think that Kansas City's just going to run. Cincy's defense is tough. DJ Reader at defensive tackle, he was hurt earlier in the year. When he came back, he's just slammed the door shut on that running defense, man.
Well,
they're
the other
tough.
thing,
Logan
too,
Wilson, the linebacker's a beast. Like it's a really physical, active defense.
That's why teams that really do well sometimes have big tight ends because the tight end's on the line.
It's like a third tackle.
Yeah, and the thing is that they get mixed up a lot of times in the traffic. The guy hit, and somebody's supposed to pick him up. Where the wide receivers, obviously, and the running backs, they got guys keying on them. Yeah. That's it. You're a good tight end, and you scheme where you go even fall down. How many times you see a highlight? Guy falls down.
Yeah, and just
guy
hops
lets him
right
go.
back
Yeah,
up.
guy
Yes.
lets him go, and he does it down and in. I mean, there's so much there for him, and when you're on the same page, and those two are. I mean, they get it.
And you factor in Mahomes' ability to not only just have a lightning fast release, but just to rip the ball in there.
Yeah.
I mean, accurately, quickly, and Kelsey catches everything.
Well, Mahomes and Burrow, but more Mahomes. There's not, again, he's in the league 6 years. There's not a pass that he doesn't think he can make.
Yeah.
I mean, he always does that. I mean, we've seen that in the Super Bowl a couple years where he's throwing on his back. I mean, he doesn't care. He's going to get it in there.
He's laying out horizontal, and he does an underhand, like what looks like an underarm flip up.
Yeah.
It's just,
and
damn,
it was a laser on a line accurate.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
It's a bullet.
That's why it's scary to bet him. And because, again, you don't know what you're going to get.
What
and nobody said
going to show up.
No, and I don't care what anybody says. They think they know. Their uncle, their sister's ass, this one. No, nobody knows. Mahomes knows.
Well, not just that. All it takes is one bad hit.
Yeah, and he's out.
Yeah, that's it, man. That's scary. That's real scary. And I mean, not even like necessarily that he's out, but to just re-aggravate.
Well, the
and
other thing
all
with
the
him,
work he did all week just to go
he's
out
not
the
coming
window.
out either.
No.
I mean, they got to pull him off.
Yes.
I mean, so even if he's hobbling, even like he was, they should have took him out right when it happened. They left him in a couple plays. He's hobbling around. Then he comes back in the third quarter.
Yeah.
I mean, there was plays that they could have really re-aggravated that leg more.
Oh, yeah.
And he would have been shot.
Yep.
So,
that's what you remember the RG3 injury.
Yeah.
Back when he was playing what? Who were they playing in the playoff game there? But he was clearly on one leg. And the Shanahans were calling bootlegs.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable to watch.
Yeah.
And just sad because on the one play where he went back and he just went to plant, you saw his leg just go the wrong way. It was brutal.
And he's done.
Yeah, that's
Just
it.
like that.
That's it. Never the same.
No. It is the Locker Room on a Saturday. Don't forget, we got Teddy Covers calling us at 12:35. We got Joe from the Gulfstream Park with the Pegasus update. We'll be back. Peace.
Take your apartment workouts to the next level.
Or just lay on the couch. Either one works.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
I'll second guest dinners with friends because they can be interrupted by diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or oily stools. It turns out I have EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, which means I'm missing the enzymes needed to digest food. My doctor prescribed Creon, pancrelipase, an oral prescription medication that replaces pancreatic digestive enzymes. Creon treats EPI due to cystic fibrosis, chronic pancreatitis, pancreatectomy, or other conditions.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you're allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon.
Creon is the #1 prescribed EPI treatment. Ask your doctor about Creon for EPI and visit creoninfo.com or call 800-633-9110 to learn more. That's CREONinfo.com.
Hayes Greek from Monroe Palm Beach. Open 7 days a week to 5 a.m. Adult entertainment and upscale dining. 5-star menu. The beautiful ladies are at Monroe Palm Beach. And if you want to watch UFC or playoffs or the NBA, college hoops, there's only one place to watch it. It's Monroe Palm Beach. What's better than watching a game with a beautiful lady by your side? The best view in Palm Beach County are the ladies at Monroe's. Get over there today for a great evening. Peace.
Palm Beach Harley needs used bikes and is giving NADA retail value when trading for a new Harley this week. No matter how much you will want it, Palm Beach Harley will trade anything. Bikes, cars, ATVs, RVs, and more. NADA retail value for your motorcycle. Good credit, bad credit, no credit. At Palm Beach Harley, all credit applications considered. Palm Beach Harley Davidson is the #1 volume Harley dealer group in Florida with rates such as 0.99% APR. Retail trade value ends this Sunday. Adjustments made based on reconditioning and mileage. Any negative trade-in equity may be applied to new amount financed, not approved above average credit.
We live in an age where people who need medical marijuana can finally get it. Make it easy on yourself with MMJ Health. See if you qualify for medical marijuana at mmjhealth.com. Meet with a Florida medical marijuana doctor today.
Every small business owner knows business happens everywhere. The office, the warehouse, or on the road. And no matter where it takes you, there's one solution to help your business thrive. Comcast Business Complete Connectivity. It's the largest, fastest, reliable network with advanced gig speed Wi-Fi and cyber threat protection in one solution. Plus, add Comcast Business Mobile and you can save up to 60% a year on your wireless bill. Get started for just $40 a month for 12 months with no annual contract when you add mobile. And ask how to get up to a $750 prepaid card.
Flight 291 is now boarding.
Yep, you're going places. And when you get there, be ready to do business. The complete connectivity solution from the company that powers more small businesses than any other provider. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 2/21/2023. Restrictions apply. Requires EcoBill and AutoPay. New 100 megabits per second internet and Comcast Business Security Edge customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. After 12 months, regular rates apply. Gig internet required for gig Wi-Fi. Mobile savings compares pricing of the top 3 carriers.
When you hear Diamonds Direct, it's not just a catchy name designed to give the illusion of value. Our name is who we really are. Diamonds Direct was started by diamond cutters a quarter-century ago. At our very core is a commitment to cut out the middlemen in the process and deliver extreme value in exquisite diamonds. Today, that's more true than ever with our direct access to diamonds straight from the mines. Diamonds that we then cut and polish. Exquisite diamonds up to 15 and 20 carats in all shapes and sizes. It's an advantage other jewelers only dream of. By overseeing the entire process, we know for a fact that Diamonds Direct is truly direct. So this year, as value becomes more important than ever, rest assured that Diamonds Direct's unique status in the world diamond market guarantees you the best, no middleman, direct importer price, period. And even with this extreme value promise, at Diamonds Direct, you still get an unbeatable selection, transparent education, a luxurious shopping experience, superior customer service, no compromises. Diamonds Direct, your love, our passion.
We buy any car. We buy any car. We buy any car. Any.
Did you know trading in your car at a dealer could cost you money?
A recent study found consumers who trade in their car pay an average of $990 more. So don't trade in. Sell it to We Buy Any Car. Learn more and get your free online valuation now at WeBuyAnyCar.com.
Find out how much your car's worth at WeBuyAnyCar.com.
Well, hello there. I am the Guitar Hotel. I have over 3,000 of the newest slot machines and nearly 200 table games with real cards and real dealers. Come experience my incredible lineup of restaurants, bars, and of course, Hard Rock Live. Or spend a day soaking up the sun in my 18 acres of poolside paradise. I can't wait to meet you. Visit hardrockholly.com to find out more.
If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
The South Florida Honda dealers want to send you to the 2023 Honda NHL All-Star Weekend right here in South Florida at the FLA Live Arena February 4th. Visit RealRadio921.com to enter. Each 2023 Honda NHL All-Star Weekend prize pack comes with a pair of tickets to the Honda NHL All-Star Game, plus a pair of tickets to the NHL Skills and an NHL All-Star gift bag, all courtesy of your South Florida Honda dealers. Visit RealRadio921.com to enter now. Thank you to the National Hockey League and your South Florida Honda dealers.
Mom, can we have some ice cream?
I've got a better idea. Who wants to help me make something fun and healthy instead?
Eating smarter is easy and delicious. Interested in receiving healthy recipes and a whole lot more in your email? Then register at healthiestweightfl.com and learn more about all the small steps that you can take on the way to living healthy. This message is sponsored by the Ounce of Prevention Fund of Florida, the Florida Department of Health, the Florida Association of Broadcasters, and this radio station.
Good Greek moving and storage. Your superhero movers.
Start the new year off right at Gulfstream Park Casino. Join us on Fridays and Saturdays for a chance to win over $30,000 in free play at the Thoroughbred Thrills game. For more details, visit GulfstreamParkCasino.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Follow the Bible in a Year with Jack Graham podcast today. Begin your New Year's resolution with the Bible and see why millions have already started Bible in a Year with Jack Graham.
This podcast was created to help you solidify your faith as you experience the story of the Bible through live action recordings and emotional orchestral music.
Listen to Bible in a Year with Jack Graham on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
From the Anajar Levine Accident.
West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Download the free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. You're listening to The Locker Room.
Sounds great.
Now back to The Locker Room on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yeah, you're back in the locker room. Championship weekend. We're breaking it down. You guys want to get involved? Call us 877-927-6969. 877-927-6969. Also, you can email us at jimmy@realradio921.com. Good day, Jimmy. Hello.
Hello and good afternoon.
Good morning, Joe.
Good morning, fellas.
And the phone is ringing. Who do we have?
We have our buddy Anthony checking in with us. Hey, what's going on, Anthony?
What's up, Anthony?
Hey, what's up, Locker Room? How's everyone doing?
Good.
How you guys doing?
We're doing great, Anthony. You won that bet last week, Arizona over UCLA, didn't you?
Yeah, I've been doing good in college basketball. Real quick, shout out Teddy Covers. Oklahoma City Thunder 9-1 against the spread in the last 10.
Oh, I know.
Wow! And just blindly betting them, you're up a ton. Shout out Teddy Covers. He every year he comes up with a nice NBA.
He's unbelievable. That and Orlando Magic, another team that's covering at a high percentage NBA. They covered again last night, getting 8. Last year, he told everybody about the Lakers. But Oklahoma City, I mean, a team that's barely 500, 24-25, but they're just a covering machine.
Yeah, I know. I love it. All right, so Kansas City Bengals. I got to take the Bengals. Greek said earlier, I think it's one of those games where you just wake up on Monday morning and you're like, why did I take the Chiefs? I think Burrow got them. A prop that I like, with Monday, Burrow was over 255 passing yards. Now it's 277. I wish I would have got that earlier, but
wow.
You know, the Chiefs secondary is just so suspect. I think I know it's too high now, but Monday, if you would have got that, I think they could do that. Now, Eagles, 49ers. I gotta take the Eagles. Robin Avino yesterday said it. Clearly, this is going to be the one defense that San Francisco hasn't seen so far in any of their last, let's say 5 games. If you're watching that game closely, you could tell Brock was nervous in a couple plays. I think against this offense team that is so explosive, it's going to be definitely a shootout. If I didn't like the Eagles, I would definitely take McCaffrey to score touchdowns. That's going to happen. But I don't want to do that. I think the Eagles can do that -2.5.
All right.
What do you think, G?
I go back and forth on this game so many times, looked at it, shaked it up 50 times. I don't know. I mean, sometimes I like the Eagles, sometimes I like the Niners. The Niners defense is tremendous, but so is the Eagles. But when it really comes, deadlock on games, you look at the quarterbacks, and I think Hurts is better, and that's a big advantage.
Yeah.
In a very close game.
But you could definitely tell Brock was scared a couple times against them on the last game. There was a couple plays where he was like, okay. And I don't think that the Eagles defense is going to let him, run around that much like he has been in the last, 2 or 3 games. Mm-hmm. I think they could do that. Real quick, if I give you a basketball game, can you ask Teddy for me, please?
Sure.
Let him know, what does he think about Alabama -5 against Oklahoma? That line is way too low, Greek. Crazy low.
Alabama against Oklahoma.
Big run. -5. I just got a feeling on that one.
All right.
I like that a lot.
We'll ask him Alabama -5. We don't charge you for these, but there is a pizza tax that you have to pay. So when you're in the area, you bring a pizza.
I will, for sure.
All right. We love you, bro. Stay happy.
I love you, too.
All right. Peace.
Have a good day.
Take it easy, buddy.
877-927-6969 on the docket today. The NFL Championship, full board of college hoop and NBA. And don't forget the Pegasus today, 13th race today down at Gulfstream Park. $3 million purse. Our good buddy Mike will be calling us at 105 from the track. He's there. That's a great event, a lot of fun. And only 4 long shots that I saw so far. And that was 3, 8, 9, and 11. And one of them, I think the 8 is Get Her Number. So, we might have to go with that, Joe. Just for, times have you heard that?
That is a great name.
It is a great name.
That's a great name.
Yeah. There's one political name. Jimmy, you got to look it up at the Pegasus. I think that you would laugh when you saw it. And I don't know if you would bet it or not, but there is one political name out there. 877-927-6969. That is the number to call if you guys want to get involved. Now, there's been some changes in coaching. Things like that have happened. And the one thing I think that is tough for these coaches, and I know they don't care, but when they interview the 49ers coach this week, the defensive coordinator, he was interviewed for jobs. I don't see how they can interview for jobs and get ready for the big games. Yeah. And it happens all the time. And you would think they'd be a little bit more considerate, saying, hey, you know what, we're going to wait until after you're done. Because you got to prep. I can only imagine hours for that.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. If you wait and they fill the coaching position,
you're screwed.
Yeah, and if the one team is willing to wait for this coach to finish the season, but another team steps up and ramps up an offer and gets an early interview, then you get beat to the punch.
Oh, so. I know. It's just got to be very hard for these teams. Like I said, certain players, like the coach of the defensive coach for the 49ers, he goes for an interview, then he's going to come back and get ready for the game.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas focus
the game of his life, honestly.
Yeah. And in a game also that could predict his future.
Yeah.
If they have a good game. It is Joe, it is Jimmy, it is the Greek, and we are in the locker room. We got Teddy Covers calling us at 12:35. We're going to take a break. We get back in a huddle, and we'll talk some more NFL. We'll be back.
What's a Real Radio podcast? It's Real Radio on demand. Find your favorite show at realradio921.com.
From the Gordon & Partners Weather Center, have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm CBS 12 meteorologist Jennifer Collins. A cloudy and breezy day with temperatures in the low to middle 70s this afternoon and an east wind between 10 and 15 miles per hour. Mild again tonight with decreasing clouds into tomorrow morning as overnight lows return to the 60s. A bit more sun for the end of the weekend, with highs in the upper 70s on Sunday.
This report is sponsored by Dell Technologies.
Dell Technologies provides growing businesses with tools to do incredible things. Because we believe there's an innovator in all of us. For advice on smart PCs powered by Intel V Pro that's built for business, call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL.
I'll second guest dinners with friends because they can be interrupted by diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or oily stools. It turns out I have EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, which means I'm missing the enzymes needed to digest food. My doctor prescribed Creon, pancrelipase, an oral prescription medication that replaces pancreatic digestive enzymes. Creon treats EPI due to cystic fibrosis, chronic pancreatitis, pancreatectomy, or other conditions.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you're allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules, as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon.
Creon is the #1 prescribed EPI treatment. Ask your doctor about Creon for EPI and visit creoninfo.com or call 800-633-9110 to learn more. That's CREONinfo.com.
Hey, it's Greek for Tito's Handmade Vodka. Over 20 years ago, the first batch of Tito's Handmade Vodka was made in the heart of Austin, Texas. And tomorrow's batch will be too. Tito's Handmade Vodka makes the good stuff for good times. Find recipes, videos, and more at titosvodka.com. The big game is coming up, and everybody wants to know who's going to be the winner. Well, if you got Tito's in your team, you're always a winner. Tito's Handmade Vodka. Peace.
Science proves quality sleep is vital to your mental, emotional, and physical health. The Sleep Number 360 smart bed senses your movements and automatically adjusts to help keep you both effortlessly comfortable. And it's temperature balancing, so you stay cool. So you're at your best for yourself and those you care about most. Life-changing sleep, only from Sleep Number. And now save $1,000 on the Sleep Number 360 Special Edition smart bed Queen, only $19.99, plus special financing, only for a limited time. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com. Special financing subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. See store for details.
Well, hello there. I am the Guitar Hotel. I have over 3,000 of the newest slot machines and nearly 200 table games with real cards and real dealers. Come experience my incredible lineup of restaurants, bars, and of course, Hard Rock Live. Or spend a day soaking up the sun in my 18 acres of poolside paradise. I can't wait to meet you. Visit hardrockholly.com to find out more.
If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
We buy any car. We buy any car. We buy any car. Any.
Trading in or selling your car, truck, or SUV? WeBuyAnyCar.com takes the hassle out of selling in 3 easy steps. 1. Get a free online valuation. 2. Drive to your local car buying center. And 3. Walk out with a check in about an hour. So don't wait. Get your free online valuation now at WeBuyAnyCar.com.
Find out how much your car's worth at WeBuyAnyCar.com.
Every small business owner knows business happens everywhere. The office, the warehouse, or on the road. And no matter where it takes you, there's one solution to help your business thrive. Comcast Business Complete Connectivity. It's the largest, fastest, reliable network with advanced gig speed Wi-Fi and cyber threat protection in one solution. Plus, add Comcast Business Mobile and you can save up to 60% a year on your wireless bill. Get started for just $40 a month for 12 months with no annual contract when you add mobile. And ask how to get up to a $750 prepaid card.
Flight 291 is now boarded.
Yep, you're going places. And when you get there, be ready to do business. The complete connectivity solution from the company that powers more small businesses than any other provider. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 2/21/2023. Restrictions apply. Requires EcoBill and AutoPay. New 100 megabits per second internet and Comcast Business Security Edge customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. After 12 months, regular rates apply. Gig internet required for gig Wi-Fi. Mobile savings compares pricing of top 3 carriers.
Every new year, we make resolutions to lose weight, eat better, work out more, and generally make changes for our health. But if your energy is down, if you aren't sleeping as well, if your workouts aren't like they once were, and if your sex drive really isn't there, changing can be hard. This is Jeff for the Atlantic Men's Clinic, and if you're dealing with some or all of these symptoms, you probably don't need a resolution as much as you may need low testosterone and growth hormone stimulation treatments. And at Atlantic Men's Clinic, we're experts in these therapies.
With our low T and growth hormone stimulation protocols, if you're like most guys, you'll be amazed at the results. You'll feel more energetic and clear-minded, your sleep patterns will improve, your workouts will be better, and you'll likely find your sex drive increases as well. So call us today and make a resolution that will really make a change. Your initial visit is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if you start testosterone on the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 877-455-7300 or go to AtlanticMen'sClinic.com. We have 3 offices, Miami-Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach County.
Good Greek moving and storage. Your superhero movers.
Only iHeartRadio gives you access to all.
iHeartRadio.
Access to all of your favorite radio stations.
It's Ryan Seacrest.
I go by the name of Charlamagne the God.
Hi, I'm Ellen K.
Bobby Bones here.
Hola, soy Enrique Santos.
Access to all of the best free curated playlists.
My favorite music. The best songs.
A little bit of everything.
Access to all of the great podcasts for every interest.
The Stuff You Should Know podcast.
The Daily Show podcast.
The Herd with Colin Cowherd.
And best of all, it doesn't cost a thing. Download the absolutely free iHeartRadio app now.
You're listening to Real Radio 92.1, and we are an iHeartRadio station. You're listening to The Locker Room.
Damn right.
Now back to The Locker Room on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you're back in The Locker Room on a Saturday, 92.1 Real Talk for the Palm Beaches. But come on, let's be real. It's not the Palm Beaches. It's not even Florida. It's the world. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello and good afternoon.
Joe is here.
What's going on, boys?
You want to hear about real talk? I mean, for the world. Jimmy, you got yesterday's Greek misspeak? Can you pull it up?
Yeah, I can pull that up real quick.
You want to see some dynamite use of the English language?
Yeah, you ready for it, Joe?
I'm excited about it. Always am.
Okay, when's it going to happen?
This is your Greek misspeak review.
Because it's National Thesaurus Day.
That's why.
Was that affecting? You were using that for a different word?
Maybe fluffing.
I knew it.
We got handy coppers galore.
Ah, it's the cops. Got it.
I think Cyndi Lauper's on it with Dolly Parton. I don't know if it's going to be top 40 or in the music, what genre it's going to be in.
90% of the time, I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about.
But it is very consuming. It's nerve-taking, on you.
Can you speak English?
No. Yeah, I have somebody who do send me Venmo.
What is that?
Remember, you get a chance 13 times a day to win $1,000, and that's with the keyword. Jimmy's in heat.
Watch out, Joe.
Thanks for always listening to RealRadio921.com. Don't worry about it.
Doesn't matter, Joe. Who cares?
Who cares?
Now, we had a topic during last week's show, Joe, that we were talking about. There's a new device they're working on in Japan where if you start to daydream when you're at your job, like it gives you a little signal to sort of like get you out of it, kind of wake you up from it type thing.
Like a shot?
Yeah. So no, it's something that would come on your screen, right?
Oh, okay.
Type of thing that they're working on. But I came up with a scenario of what it would sound like if you became, you were distracted and daydreaming. And this is what that sounded like.
92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you're back in the Penthouse on a Thursday. I hope you're having a good day. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello and good morning.
And Francis is here.
Hello, what's up?
And it's time for some Florida stories.
Let's say hi to start a show. Good afternoon, Greek. I got a great answer. Man, do I look good? I look great. Sure. That's a big penis. Holy big pappy. During the break, I'm going to take off my clothes, and you can look at me. Hey, it's a Greek. A guy just can't get enough of 24/7. I can walk on water. I crush that. I am the Greek. Amazing. If I was a woman, and if I was, I'd be a very pretty woman. Because it's about me. Love you, Greek. I want everybody to stand up and bow. Who you bowing to? You're bowing to me, because I am the Greek and you are not.
So for connecting the dots here, yeah, and that is your weather, Florida.
So if somebody was to be dating, that's sort of an example of what it would sound like if somebody was like just drifting off.
Oh my God.
Into Never Never Land.
And that is your to Florida. Oh my God, that was hilarious.
That is so much more accurate than we want it to be.
accurate. It's spot on. Are you kidding me? It's Johnny Appleseed without the seed. It's perfect. And that is your What to Florida. And then I just come back in. Hello, what's happening?
Hello.
Hello, room service?
I like a hose.
Yeah, send me a hose. Great job, Jimmy, as always.
Phenomenal.
Oh, unbelievable. That is. You want again? You want again? You want to get it again? You got another 50 cents? $1? What do you got? What do you got?
What it sounds like.
Yeah, it sounds like what's it again? Yes, you're back in the Penthouse on a Thursday. I hope you're having a good day. It's Jimmy's in the house.
Hello and good morning.
And Francis is here.
Hello, what's up?
And it's time for some Florida stories.
Let's say hi to start the show. Good afternoon, Greek. I got a great answer. Man, do I look good today? I look great in shorts. That's a big penis. Call me Big Pappy. During the break, I'm going to take off my clothes, and you can look at me. Hey, it's a Greek, a guy I just can't get enough of 24/7. I can walk on water. I crush that. I am the Greek. I'm amazing. If I was a woman, and if I was, I'd be a very pretty woman. Because it's about me. Love you, Greek. I want everybody to stand up and bow. Who you bowing to? You're bowing to me, because I am the Greek, and you are not.
So for connecting the dots here. Yeah. And that is your What the Florida.
Back to reality.
Back to life. Back to reality. Yeah, bitch, stand up. Take a bow, Jimmy. Take a bow.
That was so well done.
My goal is to have him on a big stage. I'm talking Miami, L.A., New York. And he's there up there on the stage. The lights are flashing, 20 girls dancing, and he's just playing Greek misspeaks.
yeah, one after another. And Greek sitting there with a cigar, listening to himself.
Of course.
This is the greatest thing ever. Look at these bitches dancing to me, screwing up the English language.
I got you down for big money, though. You're getting paid big. The neon lights. Jimmy doing the Greek. Oh my
You
God.
heard it here first, kids. Get your tickets now. Coming to a theater near you.
I love that. I'm smoking a cigar. Look at these bitches dancing.
Look at these bitches dancing. Dancing to me. I'm talking about myself.
Oh my God. You killed me. Billy Joel last night heard it was an excellent show.
Oh, yeah? You know somebody that went?
Yeah, Mike, the handicapped riff in the track.
Oh, great.
He
went
went.
a first-hand account of it, too, when he calls later.
Yeah, he said it was fantastic. And this other guy
How
that
can
I know.
It not be. It's Billy Joel, and it's in such an intimate venue for him, you know?
Yeah. He said it was a great show. He was trying to get tickets late, and somebody did call me late for tickets, but it was too late. I was trying to work something out for somebody, but I heard it was great. He's been there before. He really is. And, he's like Springsteen. They play their ass off. They're going to play 2-3 hours. Have you ever seen Billy Joel?
I have not. No.
He's good. I've seen him years ago. Great job.
Oh, he's amazing.
Yeah. Really is. He's going to give him and Springsteen, they do give your money's worth. They're playing 3-4 hours. And you know what? They love the crowd. Crowd loves them. And that's nice. The most disappointing thing when you go to a concert, I only went twice that I can remember where the bands were off quick. I went years ago. I was a kid. Oh, my God. I was so young. I can't remember when Boston came out.
Wow. Yeah.
And I was a kid. And they only had one album, but that's all they played.
Yeah.
And it was like 45 minutes. You walk out. You're like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
And then one time I saw, I think it was Anita Baker at Radio City Music Hall, and she got done quick, too. And you're just like, that's it? And you think they're going to come back like for an encore, and they don't, and you're like shocked.
Yeah.
And I saw Prince. He played for a long time, too.
Okay.
He did. He was awesome. I mean, he ripped it up. But those are the 3 concerts I probably went to that were the longest. I saw Springsteen once or twice, but, I mean, the people who love them can't get enough of them.
Yeah. Yeah, and you see the guys that travel to these shows and
they'll go across the world.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
I mean, there was a guy last week at Strikes who was telling me he goes he went to Thailand,
wow.
that. I mean, to go see Springsteen, wherever the hell he
Yeah.
was, Italy, unbelievable.
Well, you tie it in with a nice vacation.
Yeah.
It could be great.
Yeah,
too.
of course,
But I'm sure there are people that'll travel there just for that.
I
too.
know, which is amazing.
Yeah.
I mean,
I've got buddies that travel for fish concerts all the time. Yeah.
Our good buddy Buddha for Grateful Dead.
Yeah.
I mean, he
Buddha
sits
with the
there,
Dead
he's
for
smoking
sure.
joints, eating cheeseburgers.
Sounds like a nice night. I like that.
I mean,
That's the way to do it.
Sold.
He's got his Air Jordans on, $2 on the track across the board. I mean, do I got Buddha or what? I mean, there he is. I'm going to a Dead concert. I mean, those people, you want to talk about loyalty.
Oh, yeah.
It is the Penthouse. We'll be back with some loyalty. We got Teddy Covers calling us from Vegas, baby, for some winners. Peace.
The visual aid you need for all the freaky stuff we talk about on the radio. Find it at realradio921.com.
Staples has everything you need to get organized this year at amazing savings. Right now, get up to 50% off select folders, file cabinets, file boxes, and storage bins. In-store only, offer ends 1/28. Make this year your year with Staples, the working and learning store.
I'll second guest dinners with friends because they can be interrupted by diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or oily stools. It turns out I have EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, which means I'm missing the enzymes needed to digest food. My doctor prescribed Creon, pancrelipase, an oral prescription medication that replaces pancreatic digestive enzymes. Creon treats EPI due to cystic fibrosis, chronic pancreatitis, pancreatectomy, or other conditions.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you're allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules, as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon.
Creon is the #1 prescribed EPI treatment. Ask your doctor about Creon for EPI and visit creoninfo.com or call 800-633-9110 to learn more. That's CREONinfo.com.
Hayes Greek from Monroe's of Palm Beach. Open 7 days a week to 5 a.m. Adult entertainment and upscale dining. 5-star menu. The beautiful ladies are at Monroe's of Palm Beach. And if you want to watch UFC or playoffs or the NBA, college hoops, there's only one place to watch it. It's Monroe's of Palm Beach. What's better than watching a game with a beautiful lady by your side? The best view in Palm Beach County are the ladies at Monroe's. Get over there today for a great evening. Peace.
What's the Anajar Levine difference? When you're injured in a car crash, we focus on your case so you can focus on the one thing that matters most, getting better. I'm Glenn Levine with Anajar Levine. We'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call our legal team right now for a free consultation, 1-800-747-FREE. We'll help you take back control of your life. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In office, West Palm Beach. I never write reviews, but Navage is so amazing, I had to leave one. Nothing's ever cleared out my sinuses as well. I'm blown away by how Navage works. That's a review from Carrie, and it's one of over 100,000 online testimonials praising Navage. I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I've talked about flushing out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs. How Navage's powered suction can help you breathe better, and how your nose is the body's air filter, and Navage will clean it out. But don't take my word for it. What do people like Chad say, who wrote, Navage has helped clear out my nasal passages every single night. My wife says my snoring has gone way down. Snorefest be gone, unquote. Navage is the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million customers to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
Legendary Kiss frontman Paul Stanley in person next weekend at 2 Wentworth Gallery locations. Friday, February 3rd from 7 to 9 p.m. at the Hollywood Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. And Saturday, February 4th from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Boca Town Center Mall. Paul's museum exhibited paintings, sculptures, and hand-painted guitars are now on display and available for acquisition at Wentworth Gallery. Inquire about having dinner with Paul after the show to make it a night you won't forget. Legendary Kiss frontman Paul Stanley in person next weekend at 2 Wentworth Gallery locations.
I'll second guest dinners with friends because they can be interrupted by diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or oily stools. It turns out I have EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, which means I'm missing the enzymes needed to digest food. My doctor prescribed Creon, pancrelipase, an oral prescription medication that replaces pancreatic digestive enzymes. Creon treats EPI due to cystic fibrosis, chronic pancreatitis, pancreatectomy, or other conditions.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you're allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules, as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon.
Creon is the #1 prescribed EPI treatment. Ask your doctor about Creon for EPI and visit creoninfo.com or call 800-633-9110 to learn more. That's CREONinfo.com.
At Diamonds Direct, we want to make something very clear. We will absolutely beat the price of any comparable diamond that you find anywhere else. No fine print, no disclaimers, just a rock-solid, unqualified, nationwide price guarantee. This goes for 1-carat diamond as well as 15 and 20-carat diamonds. See, at Diamonds Direct, we're more than just another jewelry store. We're part of a world diamond powerhouse with direct access to the world's top diamond mines. We have our own diamond cutters too, so we are active in every aspect of the diamond market every single day, from source to showroom. So when you see a diamond somewhere else, online or in a store, or from some so-called supplier, just know that apples for apples, you will get a better price at Diamonds Direct. Our volume, our connections, our buying power make this possible, and it's why we've never ever lost a sale due to price. So at a time when value means so much, we invite you to take this challenge and let us prove it. Day in and day out, you will always get a better quality diamond at a better price at Diamonds Direct.
Good Greek moving and storage. Your superhero movers.
Follow the Bible in a Year with Jack Graham podcast today. Begin your New Year's resolution with the Bible and see why millions have already started Bible in a Year with Jack Graham.
This podcast was created to help you solidify your faith as you experience the story of the Bible through live action recordings and emotional orchestral music.
Listen to Bible in a Year with Jack Graham on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. You're listening to The Locker Room. Now back to The Locker Room on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you're back in The Locker Room on a Saturday. Good afternoon, everybody. Championship weekend. Are you ready? Good afternoon, Jimmy.
Hello, and good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Joe.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
And this guy is our blue chipper every week. He comes in, guns loaded, does his homework, always provides the best sports information, and gives us winners. You can't beat it. Good afternoon, Teddy Covers.
Well, good afternoon, Greek. Although here in Las Vegas, it's still morning. Mm-hmm. That being said, good afternoon to you out there in South Florida. How are you guys doing today?
We're doing great, buddy. Excited for championship weekend. Got a couple of props we want to talk to you about. I know people must be buzzing. Obviously, want to hear what you think, and excited about this weekend. You know, we're going to finally find out who's going to be in the Super Bowl.
Sure. But that being said, I've never seen a championship weekend like this. I've been in Vegas 25 years, and basically, all four teams are priced equally in the betting market. Mm-hmm. That's all the Super Bowl advanced lines, and it doesn't matter who's playing. Everyone's a 1-point favorite. You know, no one's higher than a 1-point favorite on the Super Bowl advanced line. There's usually some separation here between the last 4 teams standing. This year, there really isn't a whole lot of separation, and then the markets are telling us that. When it comes to side totals this weekend, I'm going to leave you guys on your own. I do have a prop.
Okay.
For KC Cincinnati that we'll talk about on today's show.
Yeah, I did use the analogy for people with Mahomes that I said it's like betting a big favorite in baseball, 8 or 9 to 5, and he gets knocked out in the first, second inning, and you're screwed because you're paying that price. We really don't know how Mahomes is going to be. We hear reports, but yes, he could start, but he could be out in the first quarter, second quarter, and there's your game when a game is this close the way it is, point spread wise.
Sure, and when you talk about the drop-off between Mahomes and Chad Henne, and I know Chad Henne led the 98-yard touchdown drive here in the postseason, but from a point spread perspective, the drop-off from Mahomes to Henne is as big as the drop-off of any starter in the NFL to any backup. Henne is a second-tier backup at the very late stage of his career, and Mahomes is the best quarterback in football. So you're talking about a point spread difference between the two of a touchdown or more. And obviously, Mahomes is supposed to play. If he's not good, and Henne comes in, Kansas City's not winning this ballgame. That being said, I do think Mahomes will be fine. I don't know if he will be 100% accurate, but at the same time, I would anticipate Kansas City's game plan to reflect the Mahomes injury and protect him as much as they can.
All right, Teddy, let's start off with your three, and then we'll give you a couple questions. Joe's got something for you, too, and I got a couple props also, and we'll see where we go.
Sure. Well, we've been talking about the championship weekend, so I'm going to start with the props.
Okay.
I have for Kansas City and Cincinnati for tomorrow. We're going to play Patrick Mahomes over 25.5 completions.
Okay.
That number is not the best of the number. It was 24.5 earlier in the week. Some books have juice with it. That being said, it's really hard to run on Cincinnati. I do not think Kansas City is going to dominate the line of scrimmage and push the Bengals off the ball. For KC to move the football, they're going to have to throw. If they're winning, they're going to throw. If they're losing, they're going to throw. So it doesn't matter if they're ahead or behind in the ballgame, which is key to the prop. When you're talking about a high ankle sprain, you're talking about a QB that's not going to be able to plant and throw the deep ball the same way. So what do we expect? We have a sharp coaching staff for Kansas City. You have a quarterback who you don't want to throw deep balls, and you have a defense that stuffs the run pretty well. That means lots of dinks and dunks, lots of shorter pass attempts, lots of shorter completions. And pass attempts, I'm not playing over. All right, if KC has a lead the second half, they're not, we're not going to be chucking the football around. Yardage, I'm not playing over. But completions at 25.5, KC's game plan is short, accurate passes. I think Mahomes gets there with room to spare. Give me Patrick Mahomes over passing completions, 25.5.
All right. Thank you very much. Where are we going next?
Let's go. What do you like, college hoops or NBA? They're both starting at around the same time.
We'll take anything, baby. You know us. You're pitching, we're catching. Whatever you got.
All right. Let's talk about the Washington Wizards in the NBA. They're at New Orleans today. Okay. Washington is the definition of an anonymous NBA team. Okay. You ask a casual fan, they probably know Bradley Beal. Maybe know Porzingis. He's not playing right now. But it's not a team that gets any national TV games. It's not a team that's in the playoffs every year. It's not a team that anybody knows or pays attention to. They really aren't. They're as anonymous as it gets. The Washington Wizards, people don't even know their logo. You see their logo, you're like, what team is that? Washington has won 4 in a row. They've won the last 3 on the highway, all in straight-up fashion. They're playing a New Orleans team that is as cold as they've been. They're ice cold. You read those quotes, that's not a confident team. They got Brandon Ingram back in the lineup. Brandon Ingram wasn't right. Shot 4 of 18 in the opener. It looked awful. New Orleans has lost 6 in a row. Oh, and they're taking steam today. All the money's coming for the Pelicans. Oh, it's a Pelican spot. Right now, the Wizards are the better of these two teams. New Orleans has an all-star in Zion that people know at least. Washington's got nothing. The anonymous teams that are playing good basketball are moneymakers in the NBA. Just guess anyone that's been betting Oklahoma City in recent weeks. I know you love those Thunder. Greek.
Oh, yeah.
Look at the Wizards, +5 in New Orleans. I wouldn't be surprised they win the game straight up. I certainly don't expect them to lose by any kind of margin. The Pelicans, not a team I'm willing to lay a price with here. Wizards, +5.
All right. And then we got one more in the NBA college.
Yeah, let's go out to the Pac-12. I've been making a little bit of money in the Pac-12 of late. So I feel like I should give you guys a betting opinion out here on the West Coast. And we're going to fade Arizona State. Arizona State's our fade team right now, Bobby Hurley's squad, a team that relies very heavily on the three-point shot, but they're not hitting them. They've been ice cold. They've lost their last 3. They're playing lousy basketball right now, coming off a game in which, literally, they got all the calls, they got all the breaks, they got fouled on a 3 and with 0.6 seconds left, and a freshman hit all 3 free throws on the road. They still lost the game and failed to cover last time out against Washington. I think it's even harder today against Washington State, who's coming off a loss against Arizona, who's the better of those two teams. And, boy, they played the Wildcats right down to the wire in that contest. And they win tonight. Washington State -3 against Arizona State. You want to get that soon. They're 3.5 starting to pop up. But certainly plenty of threes still out there. And I think the Cougs take care of business at home against the Sun Devils. Let's fade Bobby Hurley once again. And look at that, Washington State -3.
All right, Teddy, talk to you about a couple games we got and a question in front of one of our callers. Alabama, Oklahoma. He wants to know what you think. Line is 5. He said that line looks a little weird to him.
So whenever you have a question like, why is this line where it is?
Mm-hmm.
All right, there literally is one website you can go and figure out where every line should be. It's called KenPom.com. It's the college basketball analytics guru. And if you go through KenPom.com, literally every point spread, it might be off by a point or two from the KenPom numbers, but you'll never see a game that's way off.
Okay.
You could say, do the analytics actually, is this just my mentality thinking that this line is wrong, or is the markets really telling us something here? That said, I'm not stepping in front of Alabama.
Okay.
Alabama's very real. They're very tough. They're an amazing team. I could only play Alabama. I don't know if today's the spot to do it. The price isn't right. I didn't get involved. I think they win the game. What is it? It was like -6 last night. I think I got that down a little bit this morning. I mean, Alabama's a one-way team for me.
Yeah.
I'm betting on Alabama or I'm not playing the game. So it's Alabama or pass. But I don't love this one. I don't love the spot. I don't love the pace that this game's likely to be played at. And it's not a game where I got to the window betting the Crimson Tide. Yeah, I'm seeing a little bit of Oklahoma money. It was 7s and 6s. It was 7 at the open in a couple of books. 6s prevailing last night. And I'm seeing pretty much 5.5 across the board on the Wager Talk Live on screen right now.
All right, Kentucky, Kansas. Obviously, Kansas not playing well. Kentucky wasn't, but they've won a couple. What are your thoughts on that game?
Greek, you know my thoughts on that. What's my mantra? What's my mantra? You ride hot teams until the markets catch up. You fade cold teams until the markets catch up. 3 weeks ago, Kansas was good and Kentucky was bad.
Yeah.
And the markets haven't adjusted to the fact that right now Kansas is bad and Kentucky is good. I think this number's short. Lay it or don't play it. Give me the Wildcats. And that's not just an opinion. That is a client play from me this evening.
Ooh, I like that. I like when we hit the minefield and it blows up. Oh, wait a minute. We got more there. I got a couple prop bets I got questions on. Pacheco, I know you said you don't think they're going to be doing much running, but I think his prop for him running, I think it's 48 or 49, and he runs so hard, and he's becoming a number one back with the Chiefs. What do you think of him going over that number?
Multiple smart people that I know like that bet.
Okay.
I did not make that bet.
Okay.
Personally, I didn't do it. But that being said, if you talk about where the sharp money is and the guys that I know here in Las Vegas who win betting on sports, that was something that piqued their interest as well. So I certainly wouldn't talk you out of it. It did not make my betting card.
Oh, good. So I'm on the right page of the smart guys, which is always nice to hear. The over in that game, Philadelphia, let's go back to Philly. They tend to score first all year and quickly. What do you think of them team total first half over?
So I kind of flipped back and forth on this total.
Okay.
All right. At one point this week, I was like, I respect these two defenses too much to play this game over. And another point during the week, I'm like, man, there's just weapons all over the field for both of these teams.
Yeah.
And I kind of talked myself into liking the over a little bit. So when I'm like go back and forth on a total, and I'm going to leave. And frankly, I'm leaving that entire game alone. I have no idea what to do with it. I'm not stepping. I feel like I should have learned my lesson for stepping in front of Brock Purdy. San Fran. These are the two best teams in the NFC. They deserve to be here. How the game's going to play out, it's really hard for me to say. I wouldn't talk you out of a Philly first half over team total, but at the same time, the 49ers defense has earned my respect. I wouldn't talk you out of it. I'm not getting to the window with it. I'll
All
leave
right.
it at that.
Then you got the.
That for me is a really hard game.
Oh yeah. You got the Bengals and Chiefs, both 11-0 this year when they score first. Both of these teams, 11-0. What gives on that one? Who do you think wins that one?
Well, someone's got to score first.
Yeah, that's my point. Yeah. Do you think the Chiefs will be trying put things up more and more passing in the early going in case his leg gets bad?
I would expect. So KC led. Everyone's talking about Cincinnati winning each of the last 3 meetings by a field goal.
Mm-hmm.
Last year in the AFC Championship, wasn't it 20-0 Kansas City in that ballgame?
21-3, and then Mahomes had that bad second half. Got picked off.
Yeah, they took their foot off the gas. They tried to burn clock instead of trying to push downfield, and it cost them. I don't think they make that mistake this time around. And all 3 of those games, all right, where everyone's like, oh, KC owns them, they're calling it the Burrowhead Stadium instead of Arrowhead. And, Cincinnati owns Kansas. That's 3 coin flips that all came up tails or all came up heads, whatever you want to put it. It wasn't like Cincinnati was the better team in any one of those games. All right. They were coin flip games, and the Bengals came up tails or heads or whatever. Since KC wins by a field goal here, they'll cover the number. But it's not a scenario in which I think the fact that the Bengals have beaten the Chiefs each of the last 3 meetings, this is not something that's Kansas City, we can't compete with this team, we can't beat this team. It's not a mental negative for the Chiefs. I think it's probably a mental positive. They think they're the better of these 2 teams, and they might well be right.
Just a couple more props for you. One from Bengals Chiefs. Joe Burrow over under 277.5 for the yardage.
So with Burrow, I'm worried about the whole thing. The whole reason I like Mahomes over completions because I don't think it matters whether the Chiefs take the lead in that game or they have to come from behind. If you want Burrow over props, you really want Kansas City to take the lead.
Yeah.
That's going to depend on how the game plays out. And when I'm looking at props, I'm really trying to find props that can cash in multiple ways. It's not just that this team falls behind or something like that. And so it's not a prop that I'm going to get involved with for that very reason. And note this, all right? I gave you guys an over prop with the over complete. Recognize that the market is absolutely tilted towards over.
Yeah.
And the true value of these props tends to be on the unders. 98% of casual/recreational bettors, they're not rooting against something. They're rooting for something.
Yeah.
And that's why generally when I do props, I like to look at unders. I like to look at contrarian kind of plays. And certainly Burrow over would fall. Burrow over the total is not a contrarian play, and it's not anything that a self-respecting wise guy would get down on Sunday. Again, I'm not going to talk you out of it.
No, of course.
I don't see it. To me, it's much more of a 50-50 type of wager than I have a positive expectation on.
Okay, well, jump into the other game. The one that sticks out to me is Christian McCaffrey over-under on receiving yards at 31.5. And, I mean, with the way that not only do they split him out, but Purdy looks to him in third down scenarios, and he made some huge catches last week. I like that as an over. What do you think about that one?
So I would, if you're designing a defensive game plan against San Francisco right now, McCaffrey's the number one guy you got to design a defense against. He's the playmaker, and when you have a good defense, and make no mistake about it, Philly's got a Super Bowl caliber defense, and they're game planning to stop this guy. He's not necessarily a guy I want to play over prop-wise. Again, I'm not playing the under. I'm not going to talk you out of it.
Yeah.
But it's not an over. That's not an over I'm going to bet.
Okay.
So the thing with McCaffrey with that is that one catch, he could do it.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing.
Well, and that's my whole thing. With them splitting him out wide, with them running screens for him, it's just like And there's so many weapons on that offense that you can't really afford to put too much attention on any one of these guys because you've got, Debo and Ayuk outside. You got Kittle in the middle. You even got Juszczyk is an awesome weapon out of nowhere. I mean, it's I completely understand what you're saying, Teddy. And Philly's defense is going to be the most talented unit that San Francisco is going to see, period. So it's I definitely
Stanford hasn't been an underdog in any game since October.
Yeah.
Okay, they've been better than everyone they played since October. You talk about all those weapons the 49ers have. When it comes to when a team has 5 different weapons that can do all kinds of things, that's not the team I want to bet the one guy over.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're not wrong.
Teddy,
and Philly's kind of the same way.
Yeah, both of them. Hats off again, Oklahoma City last night. We've talked about that. The audience recognized it. Got a bunch of emails about it, some phone calls. How you have been able last year with the Lakers bet against them, this year them and the Magic. How you mentioned on the radio, what a great pick for them. And again, they win again last night. And it doesn't seem like the markets are really still adjusting to them, but just constantly keep covering 9-1 over the last 10, which is amazing.
And Orlando cashed last night as well.
Yeah,
I love. Frankly, right now, of the two, Orlando, because I've been riding Orlando and Oklahoma City again and again and again in my life. Of the two, I think Orlando's the more undervalued commodity right now.
I agree.
They started 5-20. They're 5. They started 5. They were not good early, and since they started 5-20, they're well above 500. And I think I got them 15-5 against the spread their last 20. That's a nice little sample size of 75% coverage, and the markets really aren't adjusting. You don't see Orlando on TV. No one knows Orlando's star.
No.
Banchero, the number 1 pick. No one knows that guy. He's not the, Chris Webber or something. He's fairly anonymous. The anonymous teams, when they're playing well, make you a whole lot of money. The Magic, absolutely in that category for me. Although tonight, on the second of back-to-backs against Chicago, I'm not getting involved. If the Bulls are going to win one game, this is a game they're going to win, and it concerns me a little bit here.
Let me ask you quick before you go. Knicks and Nets today, 5:30, awkward time. Brooklyn without Durant. Knicks coming off a big victory in the Celtics. I mean, these games are always tight, even though Durant's out. Can the Nets pull this victory out?
So my powering number says that this line is short. My number came 4 on Brooklyn, and the markets are only 2. So I'm supposed to play Brooklyn. But I hate laying points with Brooklyn at home. I really do. They're not. It's like laying points with the Miami at home. You ain't going to make money laying points with the Heat at AA Arena. It's just not going to happen. They don't win by margin. Brooklyn, when it comes to home court edges, the smaller home court edges in the NBA, Brooklyn, Charlotte, there's a handful of teams that, my power rating number is 0 or 1 for their home court edge, and Brooklyn's one of those squads. So, my number says I'm supposed to take Brooklyn tonight, but I didn't get to the window.
And also, a lot of big games today in the NBA. You got the Nuggets and Sixers. I know Philly's home. That's going to be a good game. And the Nuggets, again.
Yeah, I'm tempted by Denver. I'm absolutely tempted by Denver plus.
Yeah.
But there are concerns, multiple injury concerns for the Nuggets this morning. That is enough to, Joki's going to play. But I don't know if Porter's going to play. I don't know if Murray's going to play. That's a pretty big, Denver's the best team in the West right now.
I agree.
Not close. I look for Joker to get they look like the team to get in the final. To me, and again, you don't want to say too much of that in January, but Denver feels right, but they're not healthy right now. And if they're not healthy, I'm not going to ask them to beat Philly in Philly.
And our FAU Owls won again Thursday night and covered.
They're monsters, dude. Monsters.
Today they're laying a lot, though.
Winning streak in the country, don't they?
Yeah. Oh, by far. Yeah, but today they're laying a lot. Today they're up, I think, 16.5, 4 o'clock.
What do I got? I'm seeing FAU minus 12.5 against Western Kentucky.
All right.
Total 142.
But like you said, if you've been on them, keep betting them.
Yeah.
Teddy, always a pleasure.
Ironically. Okay.
Always a pleasure talking to you. Love the information that you bring. You always bring the best stuff. And again, hats off to the Oklahoma City. You told this audience that, and they're 9-1. Let everybody know how they can get the information that you provide and how they can follow you on social media.
Yeah, Florida Atlantic's so anonymous that the money's coming against them. The markets think, this is, and then the public's against them too. It's like, hello.
Yeah, 20 in a row.
Bye. It's real simple. You follow me on Twitter, Teddy_covers. Visit the website at sportsmemo.com or wagertalk.com. Tons of free info, live lines, and guaranteed picks if you want them over at wagertalk and sportsmemo.com.
Teddy, thanks all the time. Good luck on the championship games. We'll talk next week, and I'm sure it'll start a bonanza of Super Bowl chatter and talk before we get to February 12th. But we know we can count on you with all the great information. Thank you, my friend. Have a great week. Stay healthy and stay lucky.
Always good, Teddy.
I appreciate it, guys. Looking forward to the 2 weeks of endless hype.
All right. Stay out of trouble. Peace.
Sure.
It is the Locker Room. We'll be back with an update from Pegasus. Big race today at 13th race at Gulfstream. $3 million purse. It is going to be the update from Pegasus in a few minutes. Peace.
The radio station that all the other radio stations listen to. You're welcome. Real Radio 92.1.
The South Florida Honda dealers want to send you to the 2023 Honda NHL All-Star Weekend right here in South Florida at the FLA Live Arena February 4th. Visit RealRadio921.com to enter. Each 2023 Honda NHL All-Star Weekend prize pack comes with a pair of tickets to the Honda NHL All-Star Game, plus a pair of tickets to the NHL Skills and an NHL All-Star gift bag, all courtesy of your South Florida Honda dealers. Visit RealRadio921.com to enter now. Thank you to the National Hockey League and your South Florida Honda dealers.
Hayes Greek from Monroe Palm Beach. Open 7 days a week to 5 a.m. Adult entertainment and upscale dining. 5-star menu. The beautiful ladies are at Monroe Palm Beach. And if you want to watch UFC or playoffs or the NBA, college hoops, there's only one place to watch it. It's Monroe Palm Beach. What's better than watching a game with a beautiful lady by your side? The best view in Palm Beach County are the ladies at Monroe's. Get over there today for a great evening. Peace.
Well, hello there. I am the Guitar Hotel. I have over 3,000 of the newest slot machines and nearly 200 table games with real cards and real dealers. Come experience my incredible lineup of restaurants, bars, and of course, Hard Rock Live. Or spend a day soaking up the sun in my 18 acres of poolside paradise. I can't wait to meet you. Visit hardrockholly.com to find out more.
If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
We buy any car. We buy any car. We buy any car. Any.
Did you know trading in your car at a dealer could cost you money? A recent study found consumers who trade in their car pay an average of $990 more. So don't trade in. Sell it to We Buy Any Car. Learn more and get your free online valuation now at WeBuyAnyCar.com.
Find out how much your car's worth at WeBuyAnyCar.com.
Science proves quality sleep is vital to your mental, emotional, and physical health. The Sleep Number 360 smart bed senses your movements and automatically adjusts to help keep you both effortlessly comfortable. And it's temperature balancing, so you stay cool. So you're at your best for yourself and those you care about most. Life-changing sleep, only from Sleep Number. And now save $1,000 on the Sleep Number 360 Special Edition Smart Bed Queen, only $19.99, plus special financing, only for a limited time. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com. Special financing subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. See store for details.
Legendary Kiss frontman Paul Stanley in person next weekend at 2 Wentworth Gallery locations. Friday, February 3rd from 7 to 9 p.m. at the Hollywood Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. And Saturday, February 4th from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Boca Town Center Mall. Paul's museum exhibited paintings, sculptures, and hand-painted guitars are now on display and available for acquisition at Wentworth Gallery. Inquire about having dinner with Paul after the show to make it a night you won't forget. Legendary Kiss frontman Paul Stanley in person next weekend at 2 Wentworth Gallery locations.
I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I've told you about how your nose is the body's air filter, that Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Tara, quote, "My doctor wanted me to do saline rinses for my allergies, but I've never been able to successfully use a neti pot. Navage uses suction power, so it's foolproof. There are nights when I'll have particularly bothersome allergies. I'll bust it out, and the results are immediate. It's such a relief. It's become a lifesaver." Unquote. She's one of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, Navage, clean nose, healthy life.
Florida Talk Real Estate is your one-stop real estate shop. Whether you're looking to buy a home, sell a home, you're stuck with a home and you don't know what to do, look no further than FloridaTalkRealEstate.com. Listen every Saturday morning, 9 a.m. until 11, right here on Real Radio 92.1.
Every small business owner knows business happens everywhere. The office, the warehouse, or on the road. And no matter where it takes you, there's one solution to help your business thrive. Comcast Business Complete Connectivity. It's the largest, fastest, reliable network with advanced gig speed Wi-Fi and cyber threat protection in one solution. Plus, add Comcast Business Mobile and you can save up to 60% a year on your wireless bill. Get started for just $40 a month for 12 months with no annual contract when you add mobile. And ask how to get up to a $750 prepaid card.
Flight 291 is now boarding.
Yep, you're going places. And when you get there, be ready to do business. The complete connectivity solution from the company that powers more small businesses than any other provider. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 2/21/2023. Restrictions apply. Requires EcoBill and AutoPay. New 100 megabits per second internet and Comcast Business Security Edge customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. After 12 months, regular rates apply. Gig internet required for gig Wi-Fi. Mobile savings compares pricing of top 3 carriers.
I'll second guest dinners with friends because they can be interrupted by diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or oily stools. It turns out I have EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, which means I'm missing the enzymes needed to digest food. My doctor prescribed Creon, pancrelipase, an oral prescription medication that replaces pancreatic digestive enzymes. Creon treats EPI due to cystic fibrosis, chronic pancreatitis, pancreatectomy, or other conditions.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you're allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon.
Creon is the #1 prescribed EPI treatment. Ask your doctor about Creon for EPI and visit creoninfo.com or call 800-633-9110 to learn more. That's CREON info.com.
The South Florida Honda dealers want to send you to the 2023 Honda NHL All-Star Weekend right here in South Florida at the FLA Live Arena February 4th. Visit RealRadio921.com to enter. Each 2023 Honda NHL All-Star Weekend prize pack comes with a pair of tickets to the Honda NHL All-Star Game, plus a pair of tickets to the NHL Skills and an NHL All-Star gift bag, all courtesy of your South Florida Honda dealers. Visit RealRadio921.com to enter now. Thank you to the National Hockey League and your South Florida Honda dealers.
Good Greek moving and storage. Your superhero movers.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Listening to The Locker Room. Now back to The Locker Room on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
All right, you're back in the locker room on a Saturday, 92.1, baby. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and so much more. Championship weekend. NBA got a full slate. In college basketball, there's about 162 games. So stick with us, and you'll lose money, and you'll be happy. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello, and good afternoon.
Joe's here.
What's going on?
And there's a big race down at one of our favorite spots, Gulfstream Park. And we got our buddy Mike getting ready for the Pegasus.
Mike, what's going on, buddy? Welcome to the
Michael?
locker room.
Hey, we got Jimmy, Joe, and Greek. Good afternoon.
How are you, buddy?
Living the dream. I'm still getting over Billy Joel's hangover last night, but we moved on to horses today.
Nice.
How was Billy Joel?
Oh, I mean, he is the piano man. I mean, he did ask me to come out and sing piano with him, but my vocals weren't warmed up, so we got to pass until next time.
What was he looking for? Uptown Girl, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, listen, you know, Greek will tell you I do have, I carry those high notes.
I'm surprised because he texted me about 8 o'clock. He's like, is he going to come on stage? I said, oh, he's got a sore throat, Billy.
What's going on here, huh?
Was it packed?
It was sold out. Yeah, you guys know that's a really cool venue. I cherish it because you don't know how long you're going to see these guys perform at a high level. And, it was really cool. But, we're here. We're at Gulfstream Park. It's a beautiful day. This place is absolutely mobbed. Greek had just walked by Tito's, thought of you.
Oh, nice.
Pouring myself a Tito's and lemonade later right before race time. So,
wow.
Yeah, we're excited.
All right, so we got the full board here. We got 13 horses. I saw 4 long shots. What I saw this morning and last night was the 3, 8, 9, and 11, as, horses 15 or 20 to 1. And I want to see what you thought about the race, if you broke it down, because I know you do this professionally and you really look into it. And what do you see? Now, I know there's probably a couple horses that I know people are picking, but they're, short odds.
You'd think so, but to tell you the truth, this race is actually wide open. I can make a case for every single horse in this race to win. These are the best horses in the world with the best jockeys in the world, and it's going to be a spectacle for sure. I'm very excited about this race. Greek, you mentioned the 11. If you're looking for a real long shot, Stiletto Boy is going to be there. Ton of pedigree. Ed Moker's a good trainer. Mike Smith's one of the best jockeys in the world. He's been doing this for a very, very long time. Stiletto Boy also comes in pretty good form when he ran the Santa Anita Grade 2 and ran second. And, he's a speed horse, so what kind of scares me about him is the outside post might not be ideal, but he is a very good horse, and he's a quality pedigree. He'll be right there at the end. The 3 I'm going to pass, riding with Biden. It comes in great form, but I don't like the jockey. I don't like the trainer, so I tossed the 3.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite, and this is my pick of the day, you heard it here first, White Avario. White Avario is going to win the Pegasus World Cup. He's in the 4 spot today. Tyler Gaffalione gets the ride. Sappy Joseph Jr. is the trainer. Sappy's got 2, we're thinking here. And he's got 3. He's got O'Connor, Skippy Longstocking, and White Avario. Anytime I see a Gulfstream trainer have that many horses in, and I know Sappy is a tremendous trainer, White Avario is going to be very, very difficult for Sappy to beat.
Oh, I appreciate that. That's the 4 horse at 10 to 1. We're talking to Mike, a good buddy of mine who's down at Gulfstream Park for the Pegasus. 13th race of the day. I think it's going off at 5:40. I know it's on NBC, and I know it's got to be packed down there, and they're all jacked up. Joe, do you have any horses you were looking at?
I don't know my you-know-what from my you-know-what when it comes to these horses, but I go straight by names. I like Get Her Number, which we talked about earlier. The number 9, Last Samurai. I love that name. That's pretty dope. But no, I'm a Skippy Longstocking guy, too. I like that as well. Yeah, those are my 3, 7, 8, 9.
I like it. Cyberknife is going to be the betting team. Looking at the board now, it's the way it's going to go. I mean, Cyberknife is probably the class of class in this field, but I don't know. It's, when you look at a field this big and this deep and, he's in great form, but, especially getting I think there's a lot of other options here. And the way Gulfstream's been playing so far today, guys, it's wide open. Mm-hmm. We just got a 12 to 1 win. Pick 5 paid $25,000 early pick 5. So there are a lot of shots coming in. Yeah, so it's been just what we wanted today. It's not chalky as of yet. I hope it's not chalky kind of later down the stretch here.
How are the ladies at the track?
I run out of business cards with my phone number.
Wow.
Run the Kinkos and get the shop.
That's pretty cool, Mike. Mike, going back to the horse, if you don't mind. I don't watch and follow too much horse racing. Simplification, though, I think I've heard that horse before. Was where from?
He's on my list as well. I'm going to be playing Simplification. Simplification is Antonio Asano horse. Tammy Bobo, I know, bred this horse and owns the horse. He is a Florida bred, and he's true here. He loves this track. I was here last year when he won Fountain of Youth. That was an incredible day, and people are excited about him down here. He's got a big following. He'll be in a good spot today. Some time off, and they're hoping that he can fire today. 2 holes a little difficult. It all depends on what the rail horse breaks, and if he does. If he doesn't break, then Simplification will be right there. Another one at a good number from that graduating 3-year-old class that's going to be very, very difficult today.
Now, it looks like Proxy's on the inside there at number 1. Is that good having that favorite right there? Will that help Simplification?
It depends. When you're close to the rail or on the rail, like Proxy is, it's all break. Proxy's got Joel Rosario, who is arguably the best jockey in the world outside Irad Ortiz. If he breaks, could get sandwiched in between riding with Biden. Riding with Biden, I'm looking at his PPs right now. Past performances is what that stands for. He's a speed horse, so simplification could unfortunately be a negative post position here if both break very well. Could get sandwiched in between, but we're very optimistic on this radio station, and we're going to play simplification.
All right, so before you go, you like the 4, correct? That's your inside move?
White Abario is going to be my pick. If I was going to play some horses, I would throw White Abario, Cyberknife at 10, and I might even take a shot with the 6 Art Collector, and then simplification in there as well. This is going to be a race where you're going to want to do some trifecta boxes and also play the super and just put a bunch of horses in and hope that some long shots come in because I do think it's very possible.
Mike, always appreciate you with your information about horses. We're big Gulfstream guys and obviously involved with Tito's. And I had the pleasure of owning a horse years ago. I think it's a great sport. And that is the race of, they say the sport of kings. And I know down there today some heavy hitters are down there. So maybe you get lucky and you bump into a millionaire.
Yeah, maybe he, slides me a couple hundreds and, I start working for him.
And if not, get his number.
Get his number.
Because we're open. We're open anything here.
We're available.
Yeah.
Before the Pegasus, after the Pegasus, tomorrow, we're always open.
Mm-hmm.
We love you, brother. Keep your phone on, and good luck today at the Pegasus. Thanks for taking time. I know you're at the track. I love the updates. We're right there where the action is. And again, I think that's 5:40 post time. Am I correct?
5:40 post time. They'll probably drag it out a little bit depending on the post parade, but it should be around 5:40 to 6, anywhere in that time period. But be ready for 5:40.
All right, brother.
Thanks, Mike.
Good luck today. Thanks for calling into the locker room. It is the locker room. That was a live update from the Pegasus. What do you think of that, Joe? Right at the track.
That was pretty sweet.
Yeah,
that
Joe.
was pretty sweet.
Right at the track. What do you think of that, Joe? You got any moves?
Greek Angry Album 3 coming out in 2023.
Right at the friggin' track. And we're going to get in the stables with the horses. Couldn't get any much closer. I mean, come on. We got winners. He likes the 4, though. You Jazz, also a big horse player. He likes the 4, too. So we'll see. There's about, like I said, there's 13 horses. You can't bet them all. Why not?
Why not? Actually, I think there's 12.
Okay.
It was originally 14. I'm seeing 2 scratched. The 13 and 14 horses, Hoist the Gold and Endorsed, looks like they're scratched as of, at least going by their website here.
Yeah. Oh, so what is scratched now, Jimmy?
Hoist the Gold,
okay.
The 13 horse, and Endorsed is the 14. They both look like they're scratched to me, so they're grayed out, and
yeah,
I can see it from there.
Yeah.
So it's just so we're down to 12.
All right, we got 12. We got a shot, so we take at least 6.
Dude, yeah. 6.
Easy.
Oh, come on.
I'd aim for 8, but whatever.
At least 8.
The only thing that's demoralizing, like I was at the Derby one year with Johnny, there was 20 horses. I had 18.
And lost.
And I had 18. I was sending it in.
Talent. That's talent. That is pure, raw talent to be able to take 18 horses out of a field of 20 and lose. I tell you what.
That's rough.
But I look good.
Brings a tear to my eye.
I look good. But I lost 18. That was one of my worst losses ever. Because there's no way. I lit a cigar. I was kicking back. I go, I got 18 of them.
There's no way I can lose
And I did.
I'll probably lose money anyway because if a favorite comes in, it doesn't matter.
But it was more to say I had to win it.
Every ticket ripped. Gone. Every ticket. Everyone.
There were stacks.
Oh.
My God. And I went in deep. I mean, guns loaded.
It was like ticker tape parade. There it is. Somebody just won the Super Bowl? What just happened?
There was so many. I remember. And I was looking at the thing. I had like the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4. Like I had like 1 to 9.
Wait a minute. Who won?
Oh, I said it. Johnny was in front of me and he goes, I think you won. I went, yes. And he goes, no.
And the best part is like you never do them all at once, right? You go up, you get 5 horses, and then you sit back down, and you're looking, oh man, another one's up to like 20 to 1. I got to go put some money on that one.
Yep, you're so right.
Yep.
Then you bet that one, then you go back one more time, and then you're sitting there and you look and you go, man, I got 18.
Jeez, I have 18 horses. How did that happen?
And I can't lose. I lost. It is The Locker Room. We'll be back in a few minutes. Peace.
The bad news, the brain isn't all that great at hearing stuff and remembering it. The good news, you can watch us too. Like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Real Radio 92.1.
From the Gordon & Partners Weather Center, have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm CBS 12 meteorologist Jennifer Collins. A cloudy and breezy day with temperatures in the low to middle 70s this afternoon and an east wind between 10 and 15 miles per hour. Mild again tonight with decreasing clouds into tomorrow morning as overnight lows return to the 60s. A bit more sun for the end of the weekend with highs in the upper 70s on Sunday.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. As a Lowe's MVP Rewards member, earn bonus points when you shop select products and brands. Redeem for e-gift cards and more. Bonus points calculated before taxes and fees after applicable discounts, if any. Subject to program terms while supplies last. Points expire at end of calendar year. Visit Lowe's.com/MVPs bonus points.
I'll second guest dinners with friends because they can be interrupted by diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or oily stools. It turns out I have EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, which means I'm missing the enzymes needed to digest food. My doctor prescribed Creon, pancrelipase, an oral prescription medication that replaces pancreatic digestive enzymes. Creon treats EPI due to cystic fibrosis, chronic pancreatitis, pancreatectomy, or other conditions.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you're allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon.
Creon is the #1 prescribed EPI treatment. Ask your doctor about Creon for EPI and visit creoninfo.com or call 800-633-9110 to learn more. That's CREONinfo.com.
Place your bid and pay 30, 40, up to 50% less during our used car mega sale at Craig's End's pre-auction sales center. Choose from over 700 economy cars, family cars, sports cars, luxury cars, trucks, and sport utility vehicles at up to 50% less than their original MSRP. And all qualifying vehicles are backed with a 30-day return policy for your peace of mind. Need credit? Get pre-approved in seconds online at preauctionsalescenter.com. Plus, we want to buy your car and pay you thousands more than it's worth. Pay up to 50% less during our used car mega sale at Craig's End's pre-auction sales center on 441 just south of Sheridan Street in Hollywood. Click preauctionsalescenter.com or call 844-MY-PRICE. Open till midnight.
When you hear Diamonds Direct, it's not just a catchy name designed to give the illusion of value. Our name is who we really are. Diamonds Direct was started by diamond cutters a quarter-century ago. At our very core is a commitment to cut out the middlemen in the process and deliver extreme value in exquisite diamonds. Today, that's more true than ever with our direct access to diamonds straight from the mines. Diamonds that we then cut and polish. Exquisite diamonds up to 15 and 20 carats in all shapes and sizes. It's an advantage other jewelers only dream of. By overseeing the entire process, we know for a fact that Diamonds Direct is truly direct. So this year, as value becomes more important than ever, rest assured that Diamonds Direct's unique status in the world diamond market guarantees you the best, no middleman, direct importer price, period. And even with this extreme value promise, at Diamonds Direct, you still get an unbeatable selection, transparent education, a luxurious shopping experience, superior customer service, no compromises. Diamonds Direct, your love, our passion.
What's the Anajar and Levine difference? If you're the victim of a car crash, you will always speak to a lawyer. You'll always get the highest standard of care from our dedicated legal team, and we'll always fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. That's the Anajar and Levine difference. Call our legal team right now for a free consultation. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. Don't wait. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
In office, West Palm Beach.
I'll second guest dinners with friends because they can be interrupted by diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or oily stools. It turns out I have EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, which means I'm missing the enzymes needed to digest food. My doctor prescribed Creon, pancrelipase, an oral prescription medication that replaces pancreatic digestive enzymes. Creon treats EPI due to cystic fibrosis, chronic pancreatitis, pancreatectomy, or other conditions.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you're allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules, as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon.
Creon is the #1 prescribed EPI treatment. Ask your doctor about Creon for EPI and visit creoninfo.com or call 800-633-9110 to learn more. That's CREONinfo.com.
Big tech is a real danger. Now, Congressman Ken Buck's new book exposes their censorship. It's called Crushed: Big Tech's War on Free Speech. Google, Facebook, and Twitter suppress the truth about Hunter's laptop, COVID, Trump, and more. If you're tired of their liberal bias and how Google uses Gmail and YouTube TV to censor you, get Crushed, an Amazon bestseller. Find Ken Buck's Crushed at bookstores or see the free offer from Newsmax. Go to crush911.com. That's crush911.com.
The South Florida Honda dealers want to send you to the 2023 Honda NHL All-Star Weekend right here in South Florida at the FLA Live Arena February 4th. Visit RealRadio921.com to enter. Each 2023 Honda NHL All-Star Weekend prize pack comes with a pair of tickets to the Honda NHL All-Star Game, plus a pair of tickets to the NHL Skills and an NHL All-Star gift bag, all courtesy of your South Florida Honda dealers. Visit RealRadio921.com to enter now. Thank you to the National Hockey League and your South Florida Honda dealers.
Do you have a commitment to safety and great customer service skills? Palm Tran is recruiting bus operators now. Start at $17.25 an hour and increase to $27.62 through our STEP program. Enjoy generous benefits including a pension, holidays, health coverage, free rides for immediate family members, and tuition reimbursement. Apply today at palmtran.org or call us at 561-841-4230.
MMJHealth.com. Get approved for your card today. Medical marijuana made easy.
Only iHeartRadio gives you access to all.
iHeartRadio.
Access to all of your favorite radio stations.
It's Ryan Seacrest. I go by the name of Charlamagne the God.
Hi, I'm Ellen K.
Bobby Bones here. Hola, soy Enrique Santos.
Access to all of the best free curated playlists.
My favorite music. The best songs.
A little bit of everything.
Access to all of the great podcasts for every interest.
Listening to The Locker Room. Now back to The Locker Room on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you're back in The Locker Room on a Saturday championship weekend. Come on, baby. Stand up. Get jacked up. We're going to find out who's going to go to Super Bowl. Yeah. Find it out tomorrow. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello and good afternoon.
Joe's in the house.
I am in the house. And you know what? To touch on that, I am so fired up for these games this weekend, but I'm also so sad. It makes me so sad when the season comes to a close. We got 3 games left. That's heartbreaking.
Well, it's like at the end of a good date or maybe a good time with your friends. Enjoy what you have and stop bitching about the future. You might not be alive next week. You know?
That's a horrible thing to say.
Well,
come on, man.
If you're not around, you don't have to worry about next year. Your Browns getting a couple W's?
Oh, they'll get more than a couple.
Stop. So I've been putting up with this for years because I'm nice and I'm sexy. But that team sucks.
They do not.
They're not winning, Joe.
Dude, just wait.
Jimmy, give me
just
tell
wait.
Him. Oh, my God.
This is going to be their year, Joe. It's going to be their year.
Oh, my God. Are you kidding me?
I was saying that for 25 years, buddy.
Yep.
The Browns, do you think the Browns will ever get to a Super Bowl?
I mean, you know. I don't know. I look. Here's the deal.
I respect you being a fan. I respect you being loyal.
Yeah.
And I respect you being behind the team.
Well, look, let's be honest
But that being
here.
said,
We didn't have our starting quarterback for the first 11 games. We started off 3-7 in that scenario, right?
Yeah.
Look, I'm sorry. If you look at the talent on the roster, the talent's there. We got a new defense coordinator, Jim Schwartz, has been able to turn around just about every unit he's gotten his hands on. They need to bolster the defensive line. If they can get some help for Myles Garrett in this offseason, then I feel very good about the Browns' chances going into next year as a legitimate contender. Deshaun Watson is a very talented quarterback. Before his 2-year hiatus, he was considered a top 5 guy. Now you've got, the Joe Burrows and Justin Herberts and like some of these guys rising up a little bit. He's still, worst case scenario, a top 8, 7, 6 quarterback. The Browns' offensive system is very, very good. The coaching staff is good. Now, if we can get the defense turned around, I mean,
so
they're
what do you
in
think they
business.
win next year? How many games? Real quick.
Oh, you can't guess right now. The roster is going to go through so many changes this offseason. If they can add a couple major pieces on the defensive line, they can absolutely win 10 or 11 games.
All right. We will figure this out in August.
Yeah.
Again, I will bet against them.
Yeah, go for it. I'm excited about it.
I mean, you should be excited.
I'm excited about it.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, Cleveland sucks.
Hey, I'm just excited.
The basketball team's good.
I'm just excited for when Tommy Terrific is throwing touchdowns for the Dolphins next year.
Oh my God!
I'm gonna be shooting out "I told you so"s all year long. I'm
heard
excited
it here
about
first,
it.
second, and third.
Mm-hmm.
You did call the coach of the Dolphins more than anybody 6 months before it happened.
You
I
got
tell
a cell?
people.
You called him?
Yeah, and you did call that, but I don't know about Brady. He was looking for schools the other day in
Yeah,
Miami.
most certainly was.
Tua's not playing in the Pro Bowl
Mm-hmm.
because whatever they're doing with this, whatever the Pro Bowl is.
Yeah, and the team coming out and getting behind Tua publicly, that's a formality. That was going to happen regardless. Like that has absolutely no bearing on what they're going to do at the position. Because look, here's my whole
What
thing.
are they going to say?
And here's my whole thing with the Dolphins and this whole scenario. And this is one of my biggest arguments about the whole Brady situation. They can't possibly go into next season without a legitimate contingency plan besides Tua. They can't. It's irresponsible to that roster. He's never finished a season healthy. This is going back into Alabama. And you can't count on that, especially in a year. They had, 4 concussions? 3 concussions?
I hope you're right. I'm going to still bet the other way that they go in with him. He starts, same backup. Maybe they lose Bridgewater. Maybe they keep him. I don't know. But I still think that. And I think what you're saying is right. I agree 100%. I just don't think they're going to do it. I think they're so in love with him. They're so loyal.
They're not, though. They're not. They're absolutely not.
What makes you say they're not?
I say that they're not because McDaniels took this job to take this job. It wasn't a I have to work with Tua thing. It's a I'm going to see if I can salvage Tua, and he did. When Tua was on the field, he was more than adequate. He was good enough.
Mm-hmm.
He was in the MVP conversation, yada, yada, yada. But Stephen Ross has been a part of a front office that for 2 years, tried to replace Tua, tried to deal for Deshaun, tried to set up the meeting for Brady. Brady wants to be here. They wanted Brady here. They already cost him a first-round pick anyway. You might as well get the player for it. I just think it makes the most sense. I don't think Tom Brady wants to go to Vegas. I don't think Vegas is as close as Miami is to winning a Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
And where else is Brady going to go?
He could even stay in Tampa.
I mean, he could, but they're going through so many changes up there.
They fired everybody.
They're gonna have to mess with their payroll just to get under the cap. I mean, Tampa's not the great situation that it was, and the offensive line is still an issue. And I don't think Brady was really happy there. He tried to get Miami after he won a Super Bowl there.
Mm-hmm. Well, see, I mean, again, I hope you're right for Dolphin fans that they've been fantastic for football, getting them down here. I stay on the side that they will open up next year with Tua and not change anything. And I hope I'm wrong. It is it is the Locker Room on a Saturday. Pegasus today, 5:40. We got a couple horses that you can look at. The 4 was one of the ones that Mike liked, our handicapper, down there right at the track. We're going to come back, talk more about the NFL games and a lot more. It's Jimmy, and it's Joe, and it's the Greek. It is the Locker Room on a Saturday. Peace.
We're everywhere you need to be. Find your favorite show at realradio921.com.
Hey, it's the Greek, and Real Radio wants you to score some Red Zone revenue. Your next shot to score $1,000 returns on Monday morning at 9:05 on Real Radio.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by DraftKings Sportsbook.
The Heat beat the visiting Magic last night in the team's first meeting of the season. Miami's won 3 in a row. The Panthers lost to the visiting Kings last night. Florida entertains the Bruins this evening. Arina Sabalenka of Belarus captured her first major title, defeating Kazakhstan's Elena Rybakina to win the Australian Open. Tomorrow morning, Novak Djokovic and Stefanos Tsitsipas battle for the men's championship. I'm Bill Horrenda.
DraftKings Sportsbook is an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app today and use code SPORTS for a special offer when you sign up. That's code SPORTS. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook.
Hayes Greek from Monroe's of Palm Beach. Open 7 days a week to 5 a.m. Adult entertainment and upscale dining. 5-star menu. The beautiful ladies are at Monroe's of Palm Beach. And if you want to watch UFC or playoffs or the NBA, college hoops, there's only one place to watch it. It's Monroe's of Palm Beach. What's better than watching a game with a beautiful lady by your side? The best view in Palm Beach County are the ladies at Monroe's. Get over there today for a great evening. Peace.
We buy any car. We buy any car. We buy any car. Any.
Trading in or selling your car, truck, or SUV? WeBuyAnyCar.com takes the hassle out of selling in 3 easy steps. 1. Get a free online valuation. 2. Drive to your local car buying center. And 3. Walk out with a check in about an hour. So don't wait. Get your free online valuation now at WeBuyAnyCar.com.
Find out how much your car's worth at WeBuyAnyCar.com.
Well, hello there. I am the Guitar Hotel. I have over 3,000 of the newest slot machines and nearly 200 table games with real cards and real dealers. Come experience my incredible lineup of restaurants, bars, and of course, Hard Rock Live. Or spend a day soaking up the sun in my 18 acres of poolside paradise. I can't wait to meet you. Visit hardrockholly.com to find out more.
If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine. I'm Ellie Anajar. Together, we're Anajar and Levine, and our team is a triple threat to big insurance companies. Don't settle with the insurance companies for a fraction of what your case is worth. We'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. That's the Anajar and Levine difference. Get your free case review right now. We'll help you take back control of your life. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In office, West Palm Beach. The South Florida Honda dealers want to send you to the 2023 Honda NHL All-Star Weekend right here in South Florida at the FLA Live Arena February 4th. Visit RealRadio921.com to enter. Each 2023 Honda NHL All-Star Weekend prize pack comes with a pair of tickets to the Honda NHL All-Star Game, plus a pair of tickets to the NHL Skills and an NHL All-Star gift bag, all courtesy of your South Florida Honda dealers. Visit RealRadio921.com to enter now. Thank you to the National Hockey League and your South Florida Honda dealers.
Every small business owner knows business happens everywhere. The office, the warehouse, or on the road. And no matter where it takes you, there's one solution to help your business thrive. Comcast Business Complete Connectivity. It's the largest, fastest, reliable network with advanced gig speed Wi-Fi and cyber threat protection in one solution. Plus, add Comcast Business Mobile and you can save up to 60% a year on your wireless bill. Get started for just $40 a month for 12 months with no annual contract when you add mobile. And ask how to get up to a $750 prepaid card.
Flight 291 is now boarded.
Yep, you're going places. And when you get there, be ready to do business. The complete connectivity solution from the company that powers more small businesses than any other provider. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 2/21/2023. Restrictions apply. Requires EcoBill and AutoPay. New 100 megabits per second internet and Comcast Business Security Edge customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. After 12 months, regular rates apply. Gig internet required for gig Wi-Fi. Mobile savings compares pricing of top 3 carriers.
Palm Beach Harley will pay your sales tax promotion on any pre-owned Harley this week only.
Now, just a dadgum minute there. Palm Beach Harley doesn't intend on paying or avoiding your sales tax. If you honestly believe that, you can butter my butt and call me a biscuit.
Sales tax is the amount of your discount on any pre-owned Harley. Palm Beach Harley is the #1 volume Harley dealer group in Florida with over 300 Harleys on site. You don't need perfect credit, don't need cash down payment, and 100% of all credit applications considered. Every pre-owned Harley discounted by your sales tax at Palm Beach Harley now through Sunday.
Big tech is a real danger. Now, Congressman Ken Buck's new book exposes their censorship. It's called Crushed: Big Tech's War on Free Speech. Google, Facebook, and Twitter suppress the truth about Hunter's laptop, COVID, Trump, and more. If you're tired of their liberal bias and how Google uses Gmail and YouTube TV to censor you, get Crushed, an Amazon bestseller. Find Ken Buck's Crushed at bookstores or see the free offer from Newsmax. Go to crush911.com. That's crush911.com.
At International Diamond Center, it's not just a new year. It's a new opportunity to bring you more choices, more value, more ways to celebrate your love. So we've expanded our selection of exquisite, hand-picked, ethically sourced diamonds, from a half carat to 20 carats, all shapes, all sizes, all at our famous no middleman prices. This year especially, we know price matters, and we're committed to delivering the best value every day. We've also brought in even more exclusive designer jewelry, new cutting-edge fashion-forward rings, earrings, bands, bracelets, pendants, things you can't find anywhere else. And of course, IDC is proud to offer a truly spectacular collection of luxury timepieces, including a stunning selection of pre-owned Rolexes. We have all the most popular models in stock with no wait list and no restrictions. Come to IDC in 2023 and let our non-commissioned experts help you celebrate those important milestones. We guarantee the best value, the highest quality, and the strongest warranties and guarantees in the jewelry industry. International Diamond Center. Locations, hours, and more at shopidc.com.
Heard of the job? Dial pound 529 on your cell. Pound law, that's all.
Follow the Bible in a Year with Jack Graham podcast today. Begin your New Year's resolution with the Bible and see why millions have already started Bible in a Year with Jack Graham.
This podcast was created to help you solidify your faith as you experience the story of the Bible.
Yo, 92.1 and listening to The Locker Room.
This is perfect.
Now back to The Locker Room on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yeah, feel that music. Get jacked up. It's a championship weekend. You gotta bet this game. You gotta put on some cologne. You gotta take a shower.
You gotta lose.
Oh my God. So jacked up. It was probably for the piece of ass I saw last night. Jimmy's in the house.
What was his name?
Bob.
Nice.
We were gonna go to Billy Joe, but too much traffic. We just stayed home.
Couldn't afford Bill. Had to go with Bob.
Joe's in the house.
I am in the house.
We got 4 coaches. We got 4 teams. Who do you think the best coaching job in your opinion? Pick one. None of this twister stuff. Put your foot on the left and put your other foot on the right. Pick one.
And we're talking of the Final Four?
No, the whole 32 teams. Who cares about the other 28? They're freaking home. Yeah, Joe. Pay attention.
First of all, all
Rick
right.
Angry, I'm coming out in 2023.
The coach of the year vote is down for down to 3 guys, and Brian Daboll's in there. That's why I was asking before you get all jumpy. I would say
wait, the Giants are friggin' home, so I don't care about anybody home. We're home. They're in the same spot as us. I care about the Final Four.
Okay, so out of the Final Four,
yes,
to me, the best coaching job, and they're legitimately 4 absolute rock star jobs, but it's got to be Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah,
it's got to be.
Yeah,
because not only did you trade for and incorporate Christian McCaffrey into your offense, but you lost 2 quarterbacks.
Yeah.
That you had the entire year game planned around, because everything was going to be different with Trey. He was a completely different animal than Jimmy. Brock Purdy wasn't even on anybody's radar, let alone Shanahan's radar at that time to be an actual focal point of the offense. So you went from a dual threat quarterback to back to a pocket guy to Mr. Irrelevant. And what is it, 7 straight games now for Purdy?
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. It's
It
got
is.
to be Kyle Shanahan. It absolutely has to be.
If they win, they'll be the first team ever in NFL history, 56 Super Bowls, to start with a third string. There's been a couple 2 strings. We know Hustletter, obviously. Foles did it. Been a couple other guys that got there. But, it'd be unbelievable. And I agree with you 100% that the coaching job they did going to the third string. We seen our own team, the Dolphins, when we lost. We went to a third string. And how much we struggled, even second string, without Tua. And, again, you got to give it to him for what they achieved, what they did. And, it's amazing, even if, they played with Lance or Jimmy G, there's no guarantee they would have been there.
There's no guarantee.
Yeah.
And look, at the end of the day, and I don't get me wrong, like, obviously, Christian McCaffrey's a great player. How many times do we see teams struggle to incorporate new pieces and get, like, a high-profile guy, and he comes, and it's like, oh, he doesn't look like he did back in that system.
Yeah.
Like, they haven't figured out how to use him yet. They knew exactly how to use him, and they've been amazing at it, literally since he showed up.
No,
It's
he's done
an
a great
unbelievable job.
Andy Reid, again, I don't think he gets enough credit. I know he's going for a record tomorrow.
Yeah.
If he wins, he's got 20 victories in the playoffs tied, I believe, with Tom Landry. Belichick's number 1. Does a fantastic job. Doesn't get the credit because he's quiet. The guy in Philly's a nice story because when he started, I don't know if you remember.
That press conference was terrible.
The worst one.
We talked about it a bunch on the
They crushed him.
And they should have.
Yeah.
They got, because he's already, like, he talks, like, a little bit funny. He's kind of got that, like, lispy delivery or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like.
Very high strung.
Yeah. And, like, you hear him talk, you think he's kind of a knucklehead, man, but he is brilliant. He's so good. He's great. He's great with his players. The players love him. The players love him. He has fun on the sidelines. Schematically, they're always
He does the
on
high
point.
fives, the high jumps.
Oh yeah, he looks in the camera like he's like he's playing.
But it's always easier when you're winning.
Of
But
course.
when he started, almost as bad as Campbell's conference, news conference.
His was worse.
Yeah. Campbell's was
Because
terrible.
at least Campbell's was just like a little too intense, biting kneecaps and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like
But-
this guy, it was awful. They asked him, how he's gonna, help the players like learn new systems and stuff, and like he just went on like a 2-minute rant about God knows what. And he's like, we're going to make it easy so it's easy for them because if it's easy, then it's easy. It's just like, oh, my God. It was terrible. And, he's been brilliant. That was as bad a presser as you can imagine, and he's been fantastic since he's been there.
Another person that doesn't get credit, and he's a young cat, is the coach of the Bengals.
Yes.
2 years in a row. This team sucked for years.
Yes.
Again, they had great draft picks. Obviously, Burrow. They were smart enough to listen to Burrow and get Chase in.
Yes.
Add some defensive guys. Doesn't get any credit for what he did. And everybody thought last year the Bengals were a fluke.
Yeah.
And then they start in September bad, and everybody's like, see, told you, Super Bowl
Yeah, it
blues.
was a fluke.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yep.
just got there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, guess
And-
not.
Yeah, and look at him now, And the guy that really flies under the radar is Lou Anarumo, the defensive coordinator for Cincy, is just awesome. And their defense last week against Buffalo had the highest rate of perfect perfect coverage called and like applied.
Right.
Where nobody was open. It was just like literally like perfect coverage, perfect play call, everything.
Yeah,
and like this is not like the Buffalo Bills are legitimate.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a very good offense. They made Josh Allen play the worst game of his season, and I can't. I'm so impressed with the Cincinnati defense.
No, but I think he's another coach that doesn't get the credit. Shanahan gets a lot because of his father and who he was, and he's won. And the 49ers, too, rightfully so, 3 to 4 years in the championship. Chiefs, again, another team not getting enough blow up for me. 5 years in a row in the championship. That's huge.
I think the Andy Reid stat, the 4 NFC championships in a row and now 5 AFC championships in a row is incredible.
Yeah.
It's so impressive.
He is.
He gets my vote, but then again, he's kind of been established. And you make a great point for Shanahan and the 49ers and what they've been able to do out there. I mean, that's great when you look at it, especially from a standpoint of what have you done for me lately?
Yeah. Well, and that's like kind of like my whole view on this question is who did the best job this particular season. I think Andy Reid is the best coach in football. I would take him over Belichick at this point because I would lean towards offense anyway. But, I mean, you look at it, no matter who he's had at quarterback, he's had a productive offense. Like, Bill has been Bill with Brady. You take Brady out of the equation, he's been good, but, like, not, like he had McNabb 4 years in a row. Now he has Mahomes. I mean, Alex Smith, he had in the playoffs every year, 13 wins. I mean, everybody that comes into Andy Reid's universe gets better.
Well, he's a very good coach. He doesn't get enough credit because, again, he's not out there. He's not talking a lot of smack.
No.
He's your regular guy. He's like your regular fan you see at the game.
Yeah,
You know,
honestly.
he's just at the press conferences, does what he does. A little bit of humor he injects. He's been around a long time, and he's smart.
And he is beloved.
Oh, yeah.
You rarely hear anybody say anything negative about Andy Reid.
I mean, he had some problems off the field, and that wasn't him. It was just kids, but he handled that well, didn't even bring it up, didn't mention it. I mean, because that was a tough scenario. He hired his son as a coach. I mean, it's not like, his son was just around the team. His son was a coach.
Couple different instances that he had to deal with his family that unfortunately leaked into the football and media side of things. And he came out of it looking about as good as you could.
Well, again, he handled it well. We talk about it, Jimmy, all the time, both of us all the time. Don't say anything. Walk away. And it goes away. When you start defending, then they start picking and choosing what you say, and then they look into it more and more. And both times, he didn't address it. He was just, that's it. It's done. It's a mistake. And the situation with his, obviously his one son, I believe, committed suicide. Terrible. And the other son, it wasn't good either. He got jail time. I mean, he's away.
That was the thing.
Yeah. So
drugs and stuff.
That was
right?
it was right before the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Right before the Super
And
Bowl.
they felt that was going to affect him. But again, he's done a great job with the Chiefs. He's done a great job with the Eagles. I think he's the best coach in the NFL.
Yeah.
And as the Final Four, like I said, who's got any kind of advantage? I think Reid's been there enough, so I think he's got a little bit of advantage over the Bengal coach, even though the Bengal coach is young. You know what I mean? He got to the Super Bowl last year, a very smart coach. And then you look on the other side, Shanahan, obviously, with the 49ers, and you look at the guy for the Eagles, it's only his second year. You would think the advantage is little Shanahan.
Yeah.
You would think that. But again, you don't know. Philadelphia is home, and the Chiefs are home. I think it's an advantage to be home. I think both teams are going to get a couple little pushes from that. Some people say, it doesn't matter, yada, yada. But I think it matters when you're home for the championship games.
Big time.
Doesn't hurt.
No, that's for sure.
There's certainly no disadvantage to it.
Great point. It doesn't hurt. But I think for both teams, like I said, when they come out there, they all start fast and they all win. And that's a common denominator, all these teams. Told you, Bengals and Chiefs, 11-0, and they score first. All the time, Philly scores first. The Niners like to put up points because you like to get established, and you look up at the scoreboard, and you're like, okay, we're down 7-0 already.
Yeah, and a big aspect of this 49ers-Eagles game, and it's what I touched on last week, why I like the Eagles so much in the scenario against the Giants. Daniel Jones chasing the Eagles in Philadelphia was a recipe for disaster.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just something that he was not going to be able to overcome. And I can see these games going in just about any direction. But Brock Purdy having to come back from a deficit and throw against that defense in those conditions, I do not see. And that's a big thing for why I would definitely lean Philly, is because if Philly gets a lead, man, I think that's all she wrote.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care how good San Francisco's offense is. You still have Brock Purdy in the worst situation he could possibly be in, having to throw and make those throws and make those plays. And if San Francisco doesn't have the threat of the running game to balance everything out, because so much of what they do is off-play action, misdirection, stuff like that.
Roll out.
Yeah. I mean, you make San Francisco one-dimensional, and that's when Brock Purdy is going to become that 7th-round pick. That's when Brock Purdy is going to have, like, one of those moments where it's like, okay, like maybe we should pump the brakes on Tom Brady Jr., you know?
Right.
But to this point, he has answered every situation.
Every bell.
Yeah.
Even last week. I mean, he didn't have a great game, but they won.
Yeah.
They didn't score a lot of points, 19. But you know what? He had that last drive in the second half when he needed it.
Yep.
He doesn't make mistakes where he throws the ball an interception. He's smart. He throws the ball away a lot.
Yeah, but he's had some close calls.
Oh,
he
I know.
put the one in Diggs' belly
when he dropped
last
it.
week. Yeah, and that's it was somebody I follow on Twitter had a hilarious tweet. It said Brock Purdy's superpower is having all of his interceptions dropped, because he's gotten like, he has been excellent, but he's gotten some breaks too.
Yeah, and when you're going good, that's
It's
what
good.
happens.
Yep.
You get the breaks in your life, your own life, sports. You think things are going right. You're like, all right. If it wasn't, that guy picks it off and goes the other way. I mean, you see it happen all the time.
What I'm saying, though, is that he's now entering a hostile crowd.
Yes.
With the best pass rush in football
Mm-hmm.
and an opportunistic back seven.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I could see this game being be in the game where everything catches up to him.
Yeah, might.
You know?
I mean, you don't know what's going to happen, obviously.
Very well. I mean, there's.
I mean, the thing is, he's 7-0.
Yeah. No, I hope it doesn't. I have, I did that pool like in the beginning of the playoffs. I've got Cincy, San Francisco in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That's who I want.
Mm-hmm.
But, man, Philly looks good. Jalen Hurts looked awesome last week. That's going to be a tough out, especially in Philly.
Well, they both got a lot of weapons.
Yeah.
I mean, Sanders is a great running back, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and then, they picked Smith from Alabama, another good pickup that they didn't really get a lot of credit for. He's a small guy, but he's like a jackrabbit. He really is.
No, he's excellent. Dallas Goedert is super underrated at tight end.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
Yeah. And
I agree. Both sides are loaded.
They pick up the wide receiver from Tennessee. That was the biggest thing for them.
Yeah.
When they got, I keep forgetting his name.
Devontae Smith?
No.
Jalen Hurts?
The wide receiver from Tennessee.
A.J. Brown.
Yeah, when they got A.J. Brown, that was the pick for them for the year.
Yeah.
For nothing. Barely nothing. And it was just a personal thing they got rid of him.
Yep.
Tennessee Titans, terrible season. They lose the last 7 games of their year.
Yeah.
Row. Man, you want to talk about a guy who's happy he was traded? Oh, my God. He's home playing golf right now, and he's got one step away from the Super Bowl with the Eagles.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of those things you look at and say, thank God.
And not just that, like Tennessee didn't want to pay him.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm going to get paid and I get to be in a better organization with a better team.
Oh, yeah. He got $100 million.
Yeah.
I mean, as soon as he signed,
Let me think about that.
Yeah.
What do I
Deservedly
wanna
so,
do?
though. He's a beast, man.
Oh, yeah, he is.
And it's like you can see there's such a shift to these dynamic receivers now. Receivers are getting paid premium dollars where you go back a few years and it's like you're crazy to pay a receiver that.
Mm-hmm.
But now the way the league is moving, it's you almost need that. That's the it started with Diggs going to Buffalo. It's like when you get your guy a number one, everything gets opened up.
Mm-hmm.
His game just takes that next step and it goes from there. Look at Tua getting Tyreek.
Mhm.
The
Of
numbers
course.
they put up were insane.
Oh, yeah. I mean, when you get playmakers like that on both sides, and the Dolphins have that now, Waddle and him, it opens everything up. You know what? You got to, and then it also opens up the run because you got to respect these guys. They'll blow right by you. I mean, that speed kills. I don't care what it is. You got a fast team. I mean, you look at it today with the 4 games. Who are the fastest teams? And the quarterbacks. I mean, that's what you got to look at. Philly's very quick. Like we said earlier, they had 70 sacks this year. 70. I mean, that's a ton as a team. Yeah, I mean, they broke a record. Yeah, no kidding, they broke a record. But I think both games are going to be very exciting. If you guys got an opinion, call us 877-927-6969. That is the number to call if you want to get involved in the show. You can also email Jimmy at realradio921.com. It is it is the locker room. A lot of NBA today. Jimmy, did you have an opportunity yet? I know you do 17 things to put Teddy's picks up.
Oh, yeah. Get them up. Usually get it up even while he's still talking because I kind of do them as we go along. Yeah, go to realradio921.com. Look under the Penthouse blog, and I put them up there, and that's one place. Or if you follow us on Twitter at realradio921, you can get them there too. So either which way, it's a couple easy, quick places, whichever you prefer, either at Twitter at realradio921 or realradio921.com on the World Wide Web. So look under the Penthouse blog.
Teddy's picks are up there. Teddy Cover's been with us for years. He is one of the best handicappers. If you are betting sports, you need the best information. Teddy's the guy that can provide it for you at sportsmemo.com.
Yeah, he likes Patrick Mahomes to complete 25 over 25 and a half completions tomorrow. He likes the Washington Wizards +5 over the Pelicans. And today he also gave us Washington State -3 over Arizona State in a little college basketball. That's Teddy's picks for today.
Those are Teddy's
Go
picks.
make some money, maybe.
That's right. They're up there already. If you guys want to get involved, always go to sportsmemo.com. It is the locker room on a Saturday. We'll come back with some more NFL news, talk a little bit about LeBron and what he's got going on as he chases a record to become the all-time scoring leader in the NBA. We'll be back.
Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
I'll second guest dinners with friends because they can be interrupted by diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or oily stools. It turns out I have EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, which means I'm missing the enzymes needed to digest food. My doctor prescribed Creon, pancrelipase, an oral prescription medication that replaces pancreatic digestive enzymes. Creon treats EPI due to cystic fibrosis, chronic pancreatitis, pancreatectomy, or other conditions.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you're allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon.
Creon is the #1 prescribed EPI treatment. Ask your doctor about Creon for EPI and visit creoninfo.com or call 800-633-9110 to learn more. That's CREON info.com.
Is it getting harder to find new customers? After all, it's one thing to run a business and another to grow it, especially these days. But what if you had access to everyone listening to me right now? Access to all the customers in your area. As the #1 audio company in America, iHeartMedia gives you access to all the customers you need to grow at a fraction of the cost of digital, video, and social advertising, with experts ready to craft your message fast. Get started today at iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com.
There's plenty to bet on at Gulfstream Park this January with the return of the championship meet, featuring live thoroughbred racing Wednesday through Sunday and the $3 million Pegasus World Cup on Saturday, January 28th. Enjoy the races outdoors from the Carousel Club or cool off in a private suite or a restaurant 10 Palms. For stake schedules, reservations, and tickets, head to GulfstreamPark.com.
Science proves quality sleep is vital to your mental, emotional, and physical health. The Sleep Number 360 smart bed senses your movements and automatically adjusts to help keep you both effortlessly comfortable. And it's temperature balancing, so you stay cool. So you're at your best for yourself and those you care about most. Life-changing sleep, only from Sleep Number. And now save $1,000 on the Sleep Number 360 Special Edition smart bed Queen, only $19.99, plus special financing, only for a limited time. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com. Special financing subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. See store for details.
Every small business owner knows business happens everywhere. The office, the warehouse, or on the road. And no matter where it takes you, there's one solution to help your business thrive. Comcast Business Complete Connectivity. It's the largest, fastest, reliable network with advanced gig speed Wi-Fi and cyber threat protection in one solution. Plus, add Comcast Business Mobile and you can save up to 60% a year on your wireless bill. Get started for just $40 a month for 12 months with no annual contract when you add mobile. And ask how to get up to a $750 prepaid card.
Flight 291 is now boarded.
Yep, you're going places. And when you get there, be ready to do business. The complete connectivity solution from the company that powers more small businesses than any other provider. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 2/21/2023. Restrictions apply. Requires EcoBill and AutoPay. New 100 megabits per second internet and Comcast Business Security Edge customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. After 12 months, regular rates apply. Gig internet required for gig Wi-Fi. Mobile savings compares pricing of top 3 carriers.
Legendary KISS frontman Paul Stanley in person next weekend at 2 Wentworth Gallery locations. Friday, February 3rd from 7 to 9 p.m. at the Hollywood Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. And Saturday, February 4th from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Boca Town Center Mall. Paul's museum exhibited paintings, sculptures, and hand-painted guitars are now on display and available for acquisition at Wentworth Gallery. Inquire about having dinner with Paul after the show to make it a night you won't forget. Legendary KISS frontman Paul Stanley in person next weekend at 2 Wentworth Gallery locations.
I never write reviews, but Navage is so amazing, I had to leave one. Nothing's ever cleared out my sinuses as well. I'm blown away by how Navage works. That's a review from Carrie, and it's one of over 100,000 online testimonials praising Navage. I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I've talked about flushing out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs. How Navage's powered suction can help you breathe better, and how your nose is the body's air filter, and Navage will clean it out. But don't take my word for it. What do people like Chad say, who wrote, Navage has helped clear out my nasal passages every single night. My wife says my snoring has gone way down. Snorefest be gone, unquote. Navage is the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million customers to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
What's for dinner? Burgers?
After last week, no thanks.
Avoiding foods due to fear of diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools? It may not be just stomach issues. It could be EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency. EPI can cause uncomfortable symptoms because it's a condition where the pancreas doesn't release enough digestive enzymes to break down food. But EPI can be managed. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor about your symptoms. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Hi, this is Joe Cordell with the law firm Cordell & Cordell. Divorce can be complicated, especially if children are involved. If you're a father and want to protect your role in your children's lives, remember Cordell & Cordell. We've helped men with matters like these for 30 years, and we'd love to help you.
Contact Cordell & Cordell to schedule an appointment with one of our firm's Miami area attorneys. Offices in Miami-Dade County and Fort Lauderdale. Se habla español. Legal services available in English and Spanish. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only. Online at CordellCordell.com.
On the free iHeartRadio app, you never pay to hear what you love, and you never wait to hear what you want. Save your money, save your time, and listen anywhere. Download the free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
The South Florida Honda dealers want to send you to the 2023 Honda NHL All-Star Weekend right here in South Florida at the FLA Live Arena February 4th. Visit RealRadio921.com to enter. Each 2023 Honda NHL All-Star Weekend prize pack comes with a pair of tickets to the Honda NHL All-Star Game, plus a pair of tickets to the NHL Skills and an NHL All-Star gift bag, all courtesy of your South Florida Honda dealers. Visit RealRadio921.com to enter now. Thank you to the National Hockey League and your South Florida Honda dealers.
Good Greek moving and storage. Your superhero movers.
From the Anajar Accident Attorney Studios. Download the free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. You're listening to The Locker Room.
Sounds great.
Now back to The Locker Room on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
You're back in The Locker Room on a Saturday. Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for listening. Always appreciate you guys listening to Real Radio. Jimmy's in the house.
Good afternoon.
Joe's in the house.
What's going on, boys?
Joe. Always surprised by these numbers. LeBron James jersey from Game 7 of the 2013 Finals went for sale, and guess how much it got? I was at this game. Friday.
I would say like
Don't go-
250,000, something like
Come
that.
on, be realistic. 250,000. You can't get socks for that. 250,000.
How much?
7 figures. Jimmy, you got a guess? He's in luck.
$690,000.
You got
$825,000.
I said 7 figures, so it's in the millions.
I said 1.5.
Oh, okay.
Did you?
Yeah.
1.5. Nope.
More?
3.7 million.
What?
Yep. It went on auction Friday afternoon, 3.7. Now, I met LeBron when he first came down here at a function. Accidentally just got involved with something, and I had a jersey, and he signed it for me. Super cool. This was 2010. And I had it framed. I had it in my office, and I had it weighed and everything. And I sold them. And we sold them to a guy in Fort Lauderdale. He was a collector.
Yeah.
And we got decent money for whatever it was. But, I mean, $3.7 million. That's
crazy.
Astronomical. And we've talked about this, Jimmy, you and I and everybody, about the numbers just keep going astounding for this autograph stuff.
It's unbelievable. Everything from, baseball cards that are half beaten up to jerseys like this, all the Brady cards. LeBron and Brady both were going back and forth with their cards that were going just absolutely nuts.
Yeah, the cards are always in a situation where they got to be like mint condition.
Perfect.
But
even some older. I mean, when I say older, we're talking Babe.
Oh yeah,
stuff like that.
Oh, that's different. Yeah.
Back in those days, I mean, some of those that are, there was one, and I can't think of the player's name, but there was only, I think, 10 of them ever made.
Yeah.
One of the originals, and it was in color, and the thing was like bent in half and everything, and it still garnered over $1 million something bucks. But again, when only 10 were ever made.
Yeah, I mean,
that's
all
why.
these cards, and it surprises me. Brady's rookie card, LeBron stuff, special stuff that they have on there. These cards that are done by different card companies or tops. But a jersey, $3.7 million, Game 7.
Yeah. Awesome.
That is a lot.
That's so much money.
What I never understand is, and what I think they do, and they do it in the NFL and baseball, is in these games, they have to wear multiple jerseys.
Yep.
They probably switch all the time because there's no way that Game 7 is going up for auction when he's got gazillion dollars. You know what I'm saying? He's got to have a couple home. Brady, like we talked about a couple years ago, remember his jersey got stolen? That was a big thing. But I mean, like, I can't see LeBron being like, all right, or the Heat or the NBA saying, hey, we're going to put this one up for auction for 3.7. They're doing billions. So there must be a scenario where they wear multiple jerseys during these games. They have to. There's no way that's his only jersey for that game. I can't see it. I mean, and I can't see him, and I don't know who has the right to sell it. Does LeBron have the right to sell his Heat jersey, or is it the Heat?
I would have to assume that it would be the player.
The Heat.
That's a good question. That's a good question. I could see it go either way. I mean, yeah, technically it's like property of the team, but like, I don't know. Like, it's LeBron's jersey, right?
I think
they take him home. They give him the family members and fans and stuff like that.
Walk out of the stadium and throw him up into the crowd. You know, I mean, I don't know if they do it in NBA, but I mean, we see it happen in football.
They do it in NBA, but this is again a Game 7. It's like a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So to me, I think they got to wear multiple jerseys. So they have one, they do one, and they have different things there, and then they give them away. But 3.7 million, LeBron when he was with the Heaters, 2013. I was at that game. I do remember playing against the Spurs and getting very nervous about it. Jimmy, who do we have on hold?
We have our buddy Jorge checking in with us, heavy on the whore.
What's up, Jorge?
Not too much. Happy Saturday to everyone there.
Happy Saturday, Jorge. What's going up on up in Vero? Huh? You hanging in?
Oh yeah, hanging in. Yeah, I'm looking forward to at least who's playing first tomorrow? The
NFC
Chiefs and Bengals.
No.
Okay.
They're playing 6:30. 3 o'clock is the Eagles and the 49ers. Who do you like in that game, Jorge? What do you got?
I could care about the Eagles and 49ers, although I'd rather see the 49ers win. But with the Chiefs and Bengals, I want to see the Bengals.
Now, what do you think about Mahomes being hurt? How much is that going to affect the game?
I love it.
You love it?
I hope a lot. Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. You're so sympathetic. That's what I love about you. I love it. I hope he breaks his leg.
I want to see his leg fall off tomorrow, Drake.
Great. Nice. So nice. So
Thanks
sympathetic.
for calling, Jorge. We appreciate it.
So nice. I love it. Oh, my God. Are you going to see 80 for Brady? I know you want to go. You've been asking me for tickets.
No.
I got your front row.
No, you know what? There's too many traitors in that movie. I'm surprised Mike Snowden is in there.
Here it comes. I knew it. That's why I said it. You got Brady. You're not a big fan of him. But it's a nice story. No. It's a real story. I mean, don't you get caught up in real stories? At least that.
Yeah, it's fairyland.
Not a big fan of Jane Fonda, I take it.
Oh, boy.
No, or Brady. I'll tell you what, you know how to stir the pot there, Greg.
Hey! I've been stirring it for years, my man.
The people up in New England don't want to see Brady, you know.
I don't think he wants to see them. But when he does retire and he's done, he'll go back up there. He's going in as a Patriot in the Hall of Fame. He's done a lot for that team. He put that team on the map, and they love him. At the end of the day, they still love him. You know that.
Oh yeah, Robert Kraft's gonna tell him to shuffle off.
I don't think Robert Kraft is. I think Robert Kraft wanted him to stay.
Robert Kraft is still like writing an apology note to him for that's crazy to me. How do you hate Brady for everything he did for the Patriots?
And
no way.
Brady went to Robert Kraft's wedding.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I know. You know, it's just crazy because, you know, he really should have stayed there, you know?
Yeah. Well, ego.
I mean, not for him. He won a Super Bowl. That's not he should have stayed there. You should have kept him there. He took less money
that's what I'm saying.
and let the front office pick lousy player after lousy player. And then finally he's like, you know what? You know, you got, and when he left and when he went to Tampa, that's when all the unnamed Patriot sources were like, we can win with anybody.
Yeah.
It's Bill's system.
Oh, yeah.
So I am very sympathetic to Brady in this scenario.
Oh, yeah. Well, with Robert Kraft, you know how those Italians are with money.
Oh, boy. It's waiting to see who we're going to offend today.
Oh, you can't widen that, Jorge.
No Japanese jokes today, buddy.
Is Kraft Italian descent?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, can't you tell by the name?
Yeah. His family was actually accused of sinking the Titanic.
I never heard that.
Just waiting for the punchline.
I never heard that.
I don't worry. I got my finger on the dump button.
I never heard his family was accused of the Titanic. Where are you getting this from? Where's this coming from?
Well, Iceberg, Goldberg, what's the difference, buddy?
Oh, God.
Jesus.
Greg, you asked for it. You had it coming, buddy.
All right, I always ask for it when you call. You're one of the highlights of our station. Always bring a lot to the table. And I know you don't care about the thing. So you want to see the 49ers play the Bengals, correct?
Yeah, and I want to see the Bengals come out, I think, rather than that Brock Purdy there.
All right.
He's got a pretty mouth, but, that's about it,
Well, then I'm going to bet the Eagles and the Chiefs.
Go figure.
Speaking of traitors, let me lead the pack.
I'll be talking to you Monday.
All right, Jorge, you call me. I hope you win, brother.
Yep, 205. Give us a ring.
If I win both, I'll be blowing you up at 1 after 10. I'll be blowing you up, buddy. So put on your little Bugs Bunny ears.
We're not even going to play the intro. We're just going to crack the mics right open. Where's Jorge? Where's that bitch?
That's right. We're going to play this whole phone call over. And I'm telling you right now, you bet your sweet bottom dollar up there, Vero. I'll be like, I said the Chiefs and the Eagles, because he wanted the 49ers and the Bengals. Jorge, have a great weekend, bro. I love you, and I hope you have a good weekend.
Have a better one.
Always good, Jorge.
Take care, pal. We were talking about the cards. I was able to find out that a little bit on the one that I was talking about. So it was a Honus Wagner.
Wagner.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So this thing was a 2 out of 10.
Yeah.
And it is sold for $7.25 million.
Yep.
There's believed to be about 50 authentic cards in circulation right now of that. Of course, that's why.
Yeah, and it was like those were like in tobacco pouches, like way back when. That's how you could get them.
And Wagner, too. I mean, with anything he touches, his cards, everything like that.
Yeah.
I mean, just the millions of dollars. Well, we started a conversation earlier with LeBron's jersey, Game 7. And if you remember, that wasn't the game. Game 6 is the game where Ray Allen hits the shot, and everybody left. And the fans started to come back in. I'll never forget that. I was at the game, and they weren't letting anybody back in.
No.
They locked the doors.
Yep.
It was like,
once you're out,
you're out.
Yep.
And it was crazy, the people that came back in. And I remember that night. I really do vividly how it went out. And, the Heat were down, and then all of a sudden they come back, but nobody could get back in the arena. It's funny. It is the Locker Room on a Saturday. We're going to come back and pick these games. And you guys stay tuned. Sharpen your pencils and get a lap dance. We'll be back.
What's a Real Radio podcast? It's Real Radio on demand. Find your favorite show at realradio921.com.
From the Gordon & Partners Weather Center, have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm CBS 12 meteorologist Jennifer Collins. A cloudy and breezy day with temperatures in the low to middle 70s this afternoon and an east wind between 10 and 15 miles per hour. Mild again tonight with decreasing clouds into tomorrow morning as overnight lows return to the 60s. A bit more sun for the end of the weekend with highs in the upper 70s on Sunday.
This report is sponsored by Walgreens. Walgreens wants to make it easy to refill your Medicare prescriptions. That's why they offer 90-day refills, refill by scan using your phone, even save-a-trip refills so you can pick up all your prescriptions with ease. So fill your way at Walgreens. Exclusions may apply.
I'll second guest dinners with friends because they can be interrupted by diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or oily stools. It turns out I have EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, which means I'm missing the enzymes needed to digest food. My doctor prescribed Creon, pancrelipase, an oral prescription medication that replaces pancreatic digestive enzymes. Creon treats EPI due to cystic fibrosis, chronic pancreatitis, pancreatectomy, or other conditions.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you're allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon.
Creon is the #1 prescribed EPI treatment. Ask your doctor about Creon for EPI and visit creoninfo.com or call 800-633-9110 to learn more. That's CREONinfo.com.
We buy any car. We buy any car. We buy any car. Any.
Did you know trading in your car at a dealer could cost you money? A recent study found consumers who trade in their car pay an average of $990 more. So don't trade in. Sell it to We Buy Any Car. Learn more and get your free online valuation now at WeBuyAnyCar.com.
Find out how much your car's worth at WeBuyAnyCar.com.
I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I've told you about how your nose is the body's air filter, that Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Tara, quote, "My doctor wanted me to do saline rinses for my allergies, but I've never been able to successfully use a neti pot. Navage uses suction power, so it's foolproof. There are nights when I'll have particularly bothersome allergies. I'll bust it out, and the results are immediate. It's such a relief. It's become a lifesaver." Unquote. She's one of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, Navage, clean nose, healthy life.
Example 2022 Corolla LE, 36-month lease, 12K miles per year, 10,000 to its signing, includes new tag and first payment, no security deposit required, plus tax on approved credit.
It's a massive 2022 sell-off at Toyota of Hollywood. Truckloads of 2023 Toyotas are arriving daily. So now we're selling all remaining Toyotas at our absolute lowest prices. Like a pre-owned 2021 Camry SE, not $32,000, $23,775. A pre-owned 2021 Corolla LE, not $24,000, $16,775. Or lease a new 2022 Toyota from just $149 a month. $149 a month. Or buy with zero down. It's a massive 2022 sell-off at Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
Prices exclude tax tag, registration, and title. Offers include $8.99 dealer fee. Ends 1/15/23.
Legendary Kiss frontman Paul Stanley in person next weekend at 2 Wentworth Gallery locations. Friday, February 3rd from 7 to 9 p.m. at the Hollywood Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. And Saturday, February 4th from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Boca Town Center Mall. Paul's museum exhibited paintings, sculptures, and hand-painted guitars are now on display and available for acquisition at Wentworth Gallery. Inquire about having dinner with Paul after the show to make it a night you won't forget. Legendary Kiss frontman Paul Stanley in person next weekend at 2 Wentworth Gallery locations.
I'll second guest dinners with friends because they can be interrupted by diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or oily stools. It turns out I have EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, which means I'm missing the enzymes needed to digest food. My doctor prescribed Creon, pancrelipase, an oral prescription medication that replaces pancreatic digestive enzymes. Creon treats EPI due to cystic fibrosis, chronic pancreatitis, pancreatectomy, or other conditions.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you're allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon.
Creon is the #1 prescribed EPI treatment. Ask your doctor about Creon for EPI and visit creoninfo.com or call 800-633-9110 to learn more. That's CREONinfo.com.
The South Florida Honda dealers want to send you to the 2023 Honda NHL All-Star Weekend right here in South Florida at the FLA Live Arena February 4th. Visit RealRadio921.com to enter. Each 2023 Honda NHL All-Star Weekend prize pack comes with a pair of tickets to the Honda NHL All-Star Game, plus a pair of tickets to the NHL Skills and an NHL All-Star gift bag, all courtesy of your South Florida Honda dealers. Visit RealRadio921.com to enter now. Thank you to the National Hockey League and your South Florida Honda dealers.
If you ever need our help, we're just a call away. There's only one Morgan & Morgan.
Only iHeartRadio gives you access to all.
iHeartRadio.
Access to all of your favorite radio stations.
It's Ryan Seacrest. I go by the name of Charlamagne the God.
Hi, I'm Ellen Kay.
Bobby Bones here.
Hola, soy Enrique Santos.
Access to all of the best free curated playlists.
My favorite music. The best songs.
A little bit of everything.
Access to all of the great podcasts for every interest.
The Stuff You Should Know podcast. The Daily Show podcast. The Herd with Colin Cowherd.
And best of all, it doesn't cost a thing. Download the absolutely free iHeartRadio app now. Is it getting harder to find new customers? After all, it's one thing to run a business and another to grow it. But what if you had access to everyone listening to me right now? Access to all the customers in your area. As the #1 audio company in America, iHeartMedia gives you access to all the customers you need to grow at a fraction of the cost. Pound 250 and say keyword great results. That's pound 250 and say great results.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. You're listening to The Locker Room. Now back to The Locker Room on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Back in the locker room, baby, on a great Saturday. That's right. Got the Pegasus coming up at 5:30. We are going to kick ass, Jimmy.
The Pegasus, let's go.
Yeah.
We're getting it. We're going to Pegasus.
Yeah, Pegasus. Reason I had that, Joe and I were having a conversation. I can't get into it, but I got my piece in a different area. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello and good afternoon.
And Joe's here.
What's going on, boys?
Let's pick these games.
All right, let's do it,
Let's
Jimmy.
do it,
As always, you have the honors. We're going to start with game 1, 49ers at the Eagles. Eagles minus 2.5.
I like the 49ers going into this game, and if you want to give me 2.5 points, even better. Give me the San Francisco 49ers. I think they're going to do it.
G-Man.
Give me the Eagles, baby. Philadelphia bound. We finally fixed that friggin' bell. I go with the Eagles.
It's still broken.
I respect it. I'm going 49ers. I want a united front. I don't want to split my chances here. I picked the 49ers in the beginning of the playoffs, and I feel damn good about the Eagles right now, but I'm going with the 49ers.
All right.
Bengals, Kansas City. Woo! Kansas City minus 1.
Another one, baby. Give me the Bengals. They're getting a 1.5. Go ahead. Give it to me.
G-Man.
Tomahawk chop, baby.
All right.
Give me the Chiefies. Give me the Chiefies.
Okay. And I
got him in Vegas.
I'm going back Bengals. And so for the playoffs, regardless of this weekend, you guys are in a little tough spot to catch me. I'm currently 7-3. Jimmy, you are 4-6. G-Man, you are 2-8 against the spread for the playoffs.
I'm not
so
betting.
far.
I'm winning. But I'm winning this weekend. Guaranteed.
Mortgage the house now. Quick.
If I lose, it'll be Sex Change Monday. Sex Change Monday.
Been down that road before.
Oh, yes. It'll be Gail. It is the Locker Room on a Saturday. Always bringing it to you, baby. You don't get this anywhere else. Thank God. We'll be back. Peace.